Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live stream. My name is Kat Abugazale. I'm running for Congress in the Ninth District of Illinois. I'll make sure y'all can hear a little bit of this music in the background. And welcome to our campaign streams. This is stream 31, I believe, which is really exciting. And today we actually have an awesome guest, Representative Ruwa Romman, who's a representative in the Georgia legislature and is running for governor and is a friend. She is wonderful. Actually, today for our entire first hour, this stream is going to be split between me and Ruwa. So donate at catforillinois.com/stream, same link, and you can support two progressive Palestinian candidates in one swoop. How awesome is that? A few updates that we have. Is this one, Asha?
Yes.
Upcoming stuff. We got door knocking and we got phone banking tomorrow, and we need your help. Guys, we have less than a month before early voting starts. We have about 2 months and a week till the election day, and we need your help to win this. It is going to be tight and every vote counts. So if you don't live anywhere even close to where we are, you can still help us phone bank. Join our Discord at discord.gg/catforillinois. If you do live in the area, help us knock doors and phone bank. Both are fun. And you can do that also at discord.gg/catforillinois, or you find more info at catforillinois.com/events. All right. So our wonderful guest, and I'm going to turn down Spotify real quick. Our wonderful guest, Ruwa Romman, is an incredible person. She is a Palestinian-American legislator. She was actually going to be one of the elected officials to speak on stage at the DNC to endorse Kamala Harris in 2024 and was denied that because of her ethnicity, my ethnicity. We have watched over and over again as this country has chosen to bomb Palestinian civilians rather than fight for humane foreign policy. And yet she has never stopped fighting. I met her sleeping on the concrete outside of the DNC, and I am honored to know her. So let me call her and get this set up. Once again, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. You'll hear a wonderful holy cow sound, and you can support two Palestinian candidates at once. All right, Ruwa, one sec. Let me get you all set up here.
Hello.
It's been a sec since I've done a Discord call. There we go. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good. Okay. How's audio? Y'all good? Everything good?
Huh? Let me boost your volume a little bit.
Okay, is this
again?
better? Actually?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I got you. Don't you worry.
Asha, can you make her more in frame, or is it just like that? Thank you.
Or do I need to move?
No, you're all
I
good.
can also
We
move
haven't.
around. Like,
I mean, you could
very good
dance.
to know.
You could do a lot of things. But first off, how are you? You are running for governor of Georgia. Tell us more.
I am feeling. Honestly, today was a really good day. So I kind of have to name that today was actually a really good day. So I'm feeling
Tell
really
us more.
great.
I love hearing about good
But-
campaign days. We all need them.
Oh my gosh, I try. I'm sure you have experienced
Holy
like good days and
cow.
bad days, but I think for us today, the team was really, it's kind of one of those days where everything is just kind of working. So the team was rocking and rolling. We were,
Yeah,
getting things on the calendar,
you were in the
checking things off
zone.
the to-do list. Like we were in the zone. We were like ideating. It was a lot of fun. And sometimes the best part about the campaign is when you get a moment to go, hey, what if we try this thing? And so we're trying different things and seeing what works.
Amazing. And we're just trying to adjust you in frame so people are seeing you move
You're
around a little
good.
bit, and it's very cute. Um,
How are you doing?
I am good. You know, we have a month till early voting starts. It's on February 5th, and that's scary. APAC is firmly in our race. Actually, we have raised more than like any other campaign, even with small dollar donations, like the ones from y'all. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. We already had someone donate $13 to support both you and me.
I love the number 13. Thank you very much.
Amazing. And I'll text you some of the donors so we can shout them out together later.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we found out we were outraised by APAC this last quarter, and we have 2 months and like a week or so to get through this. And yeah, it's crazy. Do you expect APAC in your race? Our buddies there?
Yeah, so thank you for that question because the reality is that, to make it easier in terms of explaining it to voters, we do say we don't take corporate or APAC money, PAC money, but in state level races, APAC is a federal PAC. And what we have on a state level is similar PACs. So usually it's the state name and then Solidarity Network. We do have those in the state of Georgia. And obviously, because there is a very large evangelical population, there's also, members of Christians United for Israel. People don't realize this, but it has more members than literally the entire Jewish population around the world, which is crazy. So I
And
always
it's
like
all
to
about getting
remind
the
folks,
rapture to happen.
truly, which is wild. And I just remember going to high school. So I graduated from the same high school as Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is sort of a weird fun fact. But I would drive
It's
by and
so
one of the largest
cursed.
churches, right? And like one of the largest churches would sometimes host APAC at the local church. So it's just really, really, really very interesting times.
Holy
But no, it is no
cow.
joke. But I want to be clear that even when a candidate is outspent, as long as it's not more than a 1-4 deficit, you can actually go really far if you're a good candidate that talks to people, which you do. So,
Yeah, and same for you. I mean, that's the thing is like people are underestimating grassroots power. At the same time, campaigns do have to
yep.
function, which is why, we have to fundraise. And luckily, these streams have been a really fun way to be able to do that. I don't do call time. I play video games and talk with people like you. I mentioned before you
Uh,
came on that when we met, you straight up don't remember it because it's like blocked out of your mind at the
oh yeah.
DNC. I
Oh
have
yeah. I mean,
United Center
wild.
trauma.
That's honestly what it is. I've had people come up to me and they will say, it was just so great to meet you back then. And I am very honest and I say, I'm so sorry. That was such an overwhelming time because I was not even supposed to be there. I didn't have credentials. I don't know if you know the story,
I
but
don't.
I was in Chicago for a panel with the Arab American Institute. Ironically, the panel was titled Voices You Will Not Hear at the DNC. And so I was gonna come in, I think, on a
Holy
Monday, leave on a
cow.
Tuesday, change my flight like 3 times, hotel twice, which is a nightmare when there's a convention in town, especially
Hmm.
the DNC
You
convention.
could have crashed with me, but
And
whatever.
then, I mean, I should have. I did not know any better. I'm so sorry. But what was really interesting about that time is that you kind of just, there's like me as a person, and then I just became like me as someone to everyone else that was paying attention to what was happening. And it was not fun, but I was very lucky to be with some really phenomenal people. And the irony is that the DNC had a bunch of speakers, including, for example, like CBP agents, like Custom and Border Patrol agents,
Holy
but they
cow.
also had, he was a Republican then, now he's running for governor as a Democrat, our previous Republican lieutenant governor. That was actually, I remember being outside. That was one of the few memories, like very clearly in my head, being outside and seeing his face on that screen. And all I could think was, so an anti-choice Republican can pass a vet, but none of us could, right? Because it was never about
Yep.
me as a speaker. It was like about any Palestinian as a speaker.
Yeah, I mean, if you
And the
put
fact
any other
that
ethnicity or race or religion, it would be seen as horrible. But for some reason, we're the exception.
wild. I mean, it was a wild time. And I just remember very clearly looking up and going, yeah, that's not going to win us anything. Because I was here, I've done work in Georgia for over 10 years. I know what it takes to flip the state. This was not going to be it. So
Yeah,
it was not.
100%.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think that a lot of folks that were watching the DNC at that moment, I mean, I remember still there was like this little shred of copium being like,
Holy
maybe Kamala
cow.
Harris will say something in her speech. And um, not really. And it was
Yeah.
frustrating just seeing how, like, it was incredible. Like, I don't know about you, but I've never seen people care about Palestinian people for this extended of a period of time in my life. And then I saw how diverse this coalition was out on the concrete with us. And I was like, damn, it's not just about like our families, it's about all of these people. And we saw polling consistently in swing states that showed that people don't want to back genocide and they don't want their tax dollars going to bombs when it could be going to healthcare. And I remember, like, you could probably relate to this as someone who grew up in the South. And I mean, you wear a hijab. I'm not religious, but even the way I look, even without the blonde dye job, was called a lot of slurs growing up. And I heard some shit I have
Holy
never
cow.
heard growing up as an Arab kid in Texas at the DNC.
Yep. Yep. It was wild. And I felt like people kind of lost their minds. And sometimes you still see it in some online spaces. Some of it, to be clear, is very clearly astroturfed. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's important to name that because when we are knocking doors and I'm going to the local county party meeting, it's maybe one person out of a room of 30, right? I mean, and I think that's really important to say because oftentimes we want to think the worst of everybody, but I just like to think of those who are good and
Yeah.
those are people that we need and want to work with. But exactly what you said. I mean, it was wild and it still is wild because you still have people saying things like, well, is Trump better? No, of course not. The
Of course
entire
not.
point was to stop the return of Donald Trump. The entire point was to prevent what we are seeing today. And as much as I wish that I could, like I remember folks were saying like voters just need to do XYZ, and I remember thinking we keep getting lectured about doing politics well and being, politically savvy. That
Mm-hmm.
was the least politically savvy way of talking to voters I'd ever seen. But there's also a technical component to this because on the ground, so my district was the first time the governor ever endorsed against me. They spent $250,000 against me last year, which is a lot for a state house race. And we actually ended up doing 2 points better because we targeted our base and we turned out our base and but also like talk to people who don't normally get spoken to. And we would have organizers from the coordinated campaign, from the Harris campaign, coming to us and going, can you cut turf for us? Because we're only talking to Republicans. And I know that we still need to get out like so and so in these neighborhoods. And, oftentimes there's, yes, the messaging and what happened, these big things, and also the behind the scenes quirky machinery that always sticks out in my mind
Yep.
and our experience back then. So,
Someone also said I need to go catch a Bulls game at the United Center to make the United Center less traumatic. I went to a Charlie XCX concert and a Bulls game, the one with that
ooh,
crazy half court
Holy
shot at the
cow.
like very last second. And somehow both times my tickets were in the exact same section I covered the DNC from. And I was like, why does
wait,
this
that's
keep happening?
amazing.
I just need to go on the other side of the arena. Um, but
It's exposure
let's
therapy.
right, right. But instead of talking about how crazy the DNC was, I want to talk about, I grew up in the South and Southwest. I live kind of all over the country. And I think people discount a lot of red states. They don't realize that so much of it is voter suppression. They don't realize, like, when people are like, we should cut off all funding to red states. And I'm like, there are so many people that want good things that live in these states. What are your thoughts? You are representing Georgia. I have chosen to not live in Texas anymore, but you're still in Georgia. Uh,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it makes me very angry when people say something like, "Oh, there's like Georgia's never going to be ready for somebody like Rua," and it's kind of like, okay, fine, I get it, but it makes me so mad because it's clear to me that they only view Georgia one way. The reality about Georgia is we're now a majority minority state. We have one of the youngest population distributions in the country. The median age is 37 years old. Like the majority of people in Georgia are our age. And when people say things like that, it drives me crazy because all I could think is about all of my neighbors who are working really hard and fighting really hard. And actually, this year is the 5-year anniversary of us electing Senators Ossoff and Warnock and helping flip the Senate. I mean, truly, without
Yeah,
the
they really
South,
got their excitement kind of trumped with January 6th, huh?
literally and metaphorically, which is like today, right? I mean, I remember so clearly sort of the previous, so January 5th, we were all like thawing out because we had been canvassing and just like working our tails off and it was so cold. And I was curled up under multiple blankets on my couch, legs were still in pain. And I remember watching it and thinking, oh my God, this is a coup. Like, this is an actual coup. And my husband goes, no, it's not. It's, calm down. And then he looks at the screen and goes, oh my God, this might be a coup. And
Yeah,
it was just one of those moments where I think oftentimes people go, that's never going to happen here. But our laws or at least our democracy really is based on norms and people doing what they are quote unquote supposed to. And it's why it's so important for us to be engaged and involved. But my gosh, that day, it was like so much
it's
euphoria
fucking
and then so much
crazy.
fear. And I have friends who work on the Hill, and I remember frantically texting them, being like, "Are you guys okay?" And people often forget there's real people that work at the Capitol. There's real people in those offices that are answering your phone calls and responding to your emails, and they were in a lot of danger. So,
They were, and like I actually lived in DC right then. I watched it from my roof. We actually had to put my building under lockdown
whoa.
because of the pipe bombs at the CNN office. And we were like, I remember someone in our lobby was like, "I can't go to fucking Trader Joe's because of these Nazis." Uh, but like
I
everyone that
mean,
you hate lives in Virginia and Maryland. Leave DC alone. Just like it's a whole thing. Also, I want to let y'all know we've raised $100, which is fantastic, but I really want to get some support for both me and Rua. So I will sing a stupid song on stream next week if we can reach 5K before Rua leaves. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream, And then also send this link to a friend and tell them to watch and or donate. If we reach
I
5K,
want
I'll
to.
sing a song with my guitar, which is the most mortifying thing I could possibly do.
How about this? I will show people my cat.
I'll also do that. That there's
He's a
instant
sweetie.
gratification right there. You get two cats if we reach
Yes,
5K by 8 o'clock.
she's very cute. She is
She
asleep.
is
She
really
is.
cute.
Um, so I have two cats. One of them, her name is Itzy, and she is blind and well, she's completely blind, but she still has an like one eye. So my sister will refer to her as Winky, which is just mean, but also very hilarious. And
Ableist.
she's just a tiny cat.
Um, we always call our cat Tiny Cat. Oh, also look at this shirt that Ben got me for Christmas. Hold on. It's
What is it?
the
The
heater and a
tiger?
keffiyeh.
Wait, that is so cute.
Yeah, it's our cat and a keffiyeh. It's so cute.
I need to get one of those. I need
Yeah.
to, yeah, we've been like trying to figure out a fun campaign merch. We want to do koozies that say bring back porch sitting because people are so overworked and they have like no time to hang out with family, friends, and neighbors. So that was like one of our ideas to do like a bring back porch sitting. And then I was like thinking about cute like doggy bandanas would be really fun. So I'm
Hell yeah,
excited.
I love that. We actually have some very fun merch that's going to be coming out like in the next week or two that I'm really excited about. And just so everyone knows, our merch ideas are mine, and then our creative director Mia makes them happen. But there were like some really unhinged ones, so everyone get ready. By the way, I need to send you some "Fuck It, Let's Be APAC" stickers.
Let's do it. I'm down. I love it. And like, okay, so you tell me, what has it, I think like what is one
Holy
thing that
cow.
has pleasantly surprised you since you launched?
Um, I'm like you, and despite talking about everything that sucks, I do look at the best in people, and I just met so many of the most incredible people. I felt like part of the reason I ran is I was like, I feel so helpless, and I feel like the people that are supposed to protect us aren't doing it. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, we've just had all these other people that feel the same way, and we built this movement together, and it's really lovely. And like our volunteers are so fucking creative. Someone made like a little globe with like paper mache stuff from our campaign. My creative director Mia, before they worked for us, got one of our campaign merch shirts, and then like did this whole like multi-dimensional arts thing with like a spine painted on it and like vote cat. It was so fucking cool. Someone just sent us a trophy that said number one ass kicker, and they didn't leave a return address. And like 3D printed whistles, for instance, for ice. I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all have those there, but they're very helpful. It allows you to do community patrols, 3 short whistles if you see them, 3 long if
Holy
they're detaining
cow.
someone. If y'all donate, I will also show you one of our merch designs, and it does involve heater.
I
Um,
love it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm,
we
I'm just
haven't,
bribing her at this point.
no, please, oh my
How about
gosh,
you?
thank you. Yeah, I mean, look,
Like you run
I think
for
the thing that,
state office, but like as governor, what's something that's pleasantly surprised you?
yeah, I mean, I think oftentimes people go like, I've literally been asked this by people, like, why not Congress? Why not Congress? And I think to be clear, Congress is very, very important and we need
Holy
better people in
cow.
Congress. But I've had to really like the challenge has been like trying to explain to them like every law you hate that you've seen nationally started in a state somewhere. So you really have to care about what happens here.
Yeah.
But the thing that's been pleasantly surprising is actually how many people get it and understand the importance of like being brave in this moment and the symbolism of that and what that changes for what's considered possible in people's
Holy
minds, right?
cow.
So we're doing forum prep for Thursday night. We have a forum coming up. It's like the first time that all 7 candidates, there's a lot of candidates in my race, all 7 candidates are going to be, together.
I'm
And
sorry, you have
we
seven
realized,
candidates. We have 17. You don't get
yeah,
to
I
act
don't,
like you
not,
have the
well,
most
there's more
candidates
being
in
added
your race.
apparently.
Stop stealing our valor.
We do not have the most number of candidates in the race, but at least I don't think. But it was interesting because we realized, like, I'm the first Muslim woman to ever run for governor anywhere, in the country, and
Anywhere?
Holy
that's
Really?
cow.
anywhere in the country. Yeah, we don't think any Muslim woman has ever run for governor before, and it's kind of wild. And but then I'm kind of like, why? I know so many competent people who've been in government for a long time, people who know how to do the like executive. Like I think it's important to have progressives in executive positions to be able to actually show that the ideas that we think of work. But it's been just pleasantly surprising that the things that people think about and the symbolism that it's meant to them, but also how many people get it. Like how many people get the importance of building movements to change the world around us, even on days when it's just
Holy
so like
cow.
dark and it's a slog and you're just kind of like, I'm so sick of this shit and I just want to like I just
Holy
want to quit.
cow!
And then you see 100 people that will come and say, like we had our first kickoff
Holy
event for the Georgia We
cow!
Deserve tour, and we packed. It's called Manuel's Tavern. It's like a known Democratic bar. Every faith, every gender, every race, every age. I mean, it was the multi-faith, multiracial, multi-generational coalition. We need to change the world around us, and so I think that to me has just been incredible because you sometimes think I'm gonna embarrass myself. Nobody's gonna want to be a part of this, and I'm now getting calls like, "Someone, my neighbor has your yard sign. Like, how are you this far
Isn't
out?"
that so fun?
So
By
that's
the way,
always
get a
really
yard sign
fun.
at catforillinois.com/sign.
Do it. We're working on a merch store, I promise. It's just we start session next week, so there's like some weird behind the scenes logistics we're going through. But if you live in Georgia, we're near you, like come to our events. We always have signs at our events.
Go get a sign from Ruwa. Um, so state and federal policy are like different, but also they really impact each other. And I think that's, for one, like federal funding helps states a lot. One thing that we're severely lacking is federal funding going into state education. So, like in Illinois, for instance, we
Holy
have
cow!
enormous property taxes to give a decent education system, but that shouldn't be necessary when we're the richest country in the world. What, as governor,
Holy
can you do to
cow!
work with the federal government and vice versa? Any advice for me?
Oh, yes, please talk to your local officials and ask them what they need funding wise. It goes a really
Holy
long way.
cow!
I mean, we've seen with states that have
Holy
a
cow,
really
real
good,
quick. Sherry M, I know you, donated $500.
thanks,
Oh, wait,
Sherry.
a
That is so
thousand.
kind of you. What?
Holy shit, Sherry.
Sherry,
Thank you so much.
that
Wait,
is
so is it
so kind
split
of
on
you.
here? Okay, gotcha. So just so y'all know, so it's twice as much? Okay, okay, Asha's adding it manually. So if you're like, my donation hasn't been coming in, don't worry. Asha's doing it. Holy
That
cow.
is so kind. Y'all are amazing.
Just
Yeah,
to
no,
remind
that's
everyone, you get to
Holy
see Rua's
cow!
cat. You get to see our one of our new merch designs involving my cat, and I'll do a fucking guitar stream next week for like 5 minutes if we reach 5K by 8 p.m.
honestly, I would commit to a duet, but the problem is I'm worried I might actually make you lose like
It's
people.
okay. I'm
So
dog
I
shit at
gather
singing
that.
too.
I'm so sad. It's really rough. But no, oh, also my best friend since like high school got me this mug. It says Chaos Coordinator on it, and it's like one of my favorite birthday gifts that I've ever gotten, and it's amazing. So
I
it's
love that.
hilarious.
Shout out to your best
Uh,
friend.
I know her name is Dimple. She's amazing.
That's a fantastic name.
I know, I know. It's a really great name. And also like shout out to all of our, I don't know if like how many of your staff are around, but I know like my folks have been just really rocking it with us, especially during the chaos of like last year and like really, really rocking and rolling this year. And so like just want to give them a shout out too. So because they've been amazing.
Absolutely. Like none of this. Someone asked me yesterday or Sunday, whenever time is, how like I stay on top of my schedule, and I was like, none of this would be happening without our staff, and especially in our campaign where it's been so chaotic. I mean, like the indictment, our staff was so fucking amazing and like kept things running. And I mean, we've still been like recovering from the like physical shock of that, of like all the things
Yeah.
we've had to balance on top of it. And yeah, like Asha over here is one of my favorite people in the world. There's her hand, there's her face.
Hello again.
So Illinois has an interesting law. It's an anti-BDS law.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to talk about that? Can you describe what anti-BDS laws
Boy,
do,
would
or first
I.
off, what like the BDS movement is?
Yeah, so the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement is a movement to use economic pressure to pressure the state of Israel and to end the apartheid that is ongoing right now against the Palestinian people. Because no matter the spin that you hear, the reality of the situation is that Palestinians do live under a different legal system by merit of their identity. It does not matter that some of them are considered Israeli. That doesn't change anything. These laws exist on the books. But also, it is acute in the West Bank in particular. And so it is a specifically economic
Holy
movement.
cow!
And it's been fascinating to watch how the reaction to it has been
Holy
because
cow!
exactly what you said in the States, if, for example, you are hired on, originally it was $1,000. So say you go speak at a university and you get an honorarium, right? Or you are going to do a lecture like one day and you're going to be paid about $1,000. you had to, in your contract, sign a commitment to never boycott the state of Israel. We don't do that for literally any other country, and I actually think it's a
including the
terrible precedent.
US.
Not even in the, like, you can
Yeah.
boycott the US if you want, you just can't boycott Israel. And I mean, I also think it's like a really dangerous precedent. Like, what's to stop a company from going, you can't boycott us, right? And then pass a bill to prevent boycotting that company. And so, we sued and then they upped it to $100,000 so that we don't have a plaintiff. But those laws exist all around the country in multiple states at a state level. And oftentimes people go, well, I don't really know why the state level matters to the things I care about. I'm like, oh, it matters. And your voice has an outsized influence, especially on the city council, county, and state level. So no, it's wild. I didn't realize Illinois was one of those states. That's crazy
Illinois
to
was
me.
the first state to pass anti BDS legislation and was essentially the basis for every other state that has adopted it. And essentially, it has divested from any companies that have engaged in any BDS activities at the cost of our pension fund. So, our pension funds have lost significant amount of money because of divesting from companies like Unilever, which is the parent company for Ben and Jerry's. And Ben and Jerry's essentially said, we're not going to sell ice cream in stores that are in occupied territory. Um, it doesn't make sense economically, like just from an economic and a free speech point of view, it doesn't make sense. There are a bunch of Illinois legislators that are trying to get this law repealed. Ideally, it wouldn't have been put in place in the first place, but it's hurting Illinoisans right now, and not just from like a moral level or from a free speech level, but very clearly economically. I'm honored to be endorsed by Representative Abdul Nasser Rashid, who's
I
leading
was
this
just gonna say,
fight.
shout out to
Yeah,
our other Palestinian
shout out.
brother.
It's always so fun to like meet other Palestinians, and then it's like let's fucking go. And especially because I never saw that growing up. Like when Rashida Tlaib got elected, it was like, oh my god, like not just a
Do you
Palestinian,
want to
but
know
like a
like a really
Palestinian woman.
crazy fun fact? Like
Yeah,
a really crazy fun
obviously.
fact. There's five of us in the entire country, like four legislators and one member of Congress that are Palestinian. That's it. When we talk about like elected Palestinians in the country, knowing how much this issue impacts so many other things, five. That's it just always
Especially
blows my
with how much our tax dollars affect Palestinian people, because like my grandparents were Nakba survivors. My dad was born essentially
mind.
stateless in Kuwait.
Holy
Um,
cow.
and more and more people are falling into this, or they're trapped. They literally can't leave, like we've seen in Gaza. Um, and so I think it's really important to have Palestinian voices at all levels of government, which if you are watching and you agree with that, you should donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I'm really good at doing these plugs, Ruwa.
I love it.
But you can support the first Muslim woman to ever run for governor, the second Palestinian American woman in Congress. If we win, I'll also be the youngest woman in Congress, which is more of a fun fact than anything. Obviously, I won't stay 27 forever, but
Love
I'll
it.
try to do it for at least 3 years. Uh,
Hold the line. Don't hold the
Hold the
line.
line. I passed by a store that said "World's Youngest Jeweler." It's like a like
Oh,
a local guy, and it's the world's youngest jeweler. And I'm like, at what point does that become not true, though? Because at a certain
and then do you have
point,
to update all of your
do you age out
branding?
of the world's youngest jeweler?
Yeah. Man, I feel like that would suck on a branding perspective. Or do you then have to like sell it to another youngest jeweler just to keep it going? Like I have so many questions.
Someone said,
Should
"Let's
ask.
embrace aging." Actually, I completely agree, especially
Oh,
when it comes
100%.
to women. I'm doing a bit here, but that I've actually never watched Fleabag, but I have seen that entire scene about menopause, and it completely changed my life. Um, so like, what it's like running as a Palestinian person, I feel like people wouldn't really care to hear about that before maybe this moment, but it's weird, right?
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. I was talking to a family friend that was like, um, like I'm not gonna hide my identity. I am who I am, right? And he goes, well, do you really have to talk about it? And I go, what do you mean? Like people actually like us now. I don't know what you're on, but like people understand that we will absolutely have their back and fight for them. And that's actually a huge and important part to share with folks. And it's also really strange because I think sometimes there are people that love to talk about us but don't necessarily want to hear us, and that's the most annoying part of that dynamic. But on the
I
flip side, there are a lot of
love
people.
internet people that didn't know where Gaza was before October 7th telling us how we should feel about things. It's so cool. It's
I,
so cool.
wild, wild. Or, the thing that's really unique, even more unique in my situation, is I'm the only Palestinian elected in a solidly red state, right? Like that
Yeah.
every chamber at a state level or every branch at a
Holy
state level is controlled by
cow.
Republicans versus everyone else has at least like one branch or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so that was also a really, really hard thing to maneuver because Georgians don't have sort of a layer of protection between them and Trump, right? They don't
Yeah.
have, like, our governor has been such a coward. I mean, so many things have happened in Georgia. The one that most people know about is the Hyundai raid, by the way, and we were the only people to be talking about it. And it was bizarre. Like,
Yeah.
you had, like I said, there's 7 candidates in this race, and every one of them was like, I'm going to stand up to Trump. And then as soon as it came to actually, like, protecting immigrants, it was kind of like crickets. And then you had, like, one milquetoast statement come out from one of them, and I was just kind of like, this is strange.
Yeah.
Even the governor stayed really silent. Like we still haven't gotten an official update from him on those thousands of jobs that he gave to his corporate, like gave a bunch of tax credits to his corporate friends to, and were delayed, and a bunch of people got had to go through the holidays with no jobs. And so
Yeah.
it's like stuff like that that I think people often forget. And like the difference it could make. For example, other blue states, their attorneys generals have sued the Trump administration to get funding released, like with SNAP and things like that. Our governor literally said it's not my job to feed hungry kids. I mean, it
Yeah, it
is
fucking is. It actually
wild. We have
is.
14, yeah, we have a $14 billion surplus,
Hey,
and
fuck you.
no, straight up. And oftentimes people go like, I don't. Again, why should I care about state if this is the only thing I care about? One of our policy points has been to feed hungry kids even before the SNAP benefits. And I'll never forget my first year in office. My seatmate, Amani Barnes, she's amazing, got $6 million of funding for free breakfast and lunch into our budget. Our governor is actually allowed, sorry, I was allowed to do what's called line item vetoes. Line item vetoed $6 million out of because he wanted to be a fiscal conservative. Then 3 months later, bought $10 million worth of Israeli bonds. I'm not even joking.
So,
Within
so
three
fucking
months.
cool. So fucking
Within
awesome. What
three
if we
months,
just
and then
fed kids here? What if we just did that? What if we just
wild,
fed kids? What if we just made sure they weren't
wild.
hungry? Have we considered doing that? Maybe, maybe, possibly. Um,
Cannot cannot stress how much what we are seeing around us is a choice. There's so many people saying it's complicated.
no,
It's genuinely not if these leaders just did things differently.
it's like I remember at a candidate forum, there were like, because there are so many candidates in my race, there are approximately 5 billion. There were like 13 of us at this table going down the line, and we were given 45 seconds to explain our stances on Israel and Palestine. And literally every single one before me, except one, Joe Manrique, who's no longer in the race, but is super cool person, was like, it's really complicated. You know, I can't really do this in like, or maybe it was a minute. I can't make it in the time. And I was just like, it's not that complicated. Like every civilian deserves to be safe.
Holy
No child
cow.
deserves to go to bed hungry. And absolutely Palestinians deserve statehood so they can advocate for themselves on the international stage. Like it's really that fucking easy. Also, every war
I
criminal
hear you.
should be held to account. And it doesn't matter if that's Netanyahu, Hamas, or any other country in the world. Like, why are we trying to
But Kat,
pretend everything's more complicated? Yes.
okay, but Kat, here's the problem. You treated Palestinians like people. You
Wait, that's right.
can't
I
do
forgot.
that. How could you?
How could you? When you said earlier where it's like, do you have to talk about it? I totally get that. Because like I had my keffiyeh hanging in my launch video and someone was like, this seems like a very purposeful move. And it was like, yeah. But I had someone say like, do you have to be so in your face about it? And I was like, look, either I'm going to be called too Palestinian or not Palestinian enough. So why don't I just like be who I am? Also, highly recommend to everyone, get a keffiyeh. It is a great article of clothing. It's so useful. You can use it for so many things. It is not cultural appropriation for you to get one. It brings me lots of joy seeing
No.
so many diverse people wearing one.
Also warm.
It's so warm. If you need a picnic
So
blanket
warm.
in a pinch, you're good to go. I am giving you, and Ruwa, you can do this too if you'd like. I'm giving you the Palestinian card to
Yes.
get a keffiyeh.
A 1,000,000%. Please. It is so, it's so funny. One time, we were honoring, he's my constituent who passed away, right? And I did a resolution for him. He's like he was like an amazing Christian leader, Palestinian Christian leader, happens to be living in my district, which is a crazy coincidence. So I was honoring him with a resolution, and his family gave me his kufiya to wear on the floor as I'm doing this. Like, right? Like, I'm glad you, because that was my reaction. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I need to keep it together. And so I'm honoring this like amazing like philanthropist, leader, phenomenal person, and this like person in the legislature was like, I can't believe. She went to complain. She was like, that is like a terrorist symbol on the House floor, and I was just like, thank God. Like it was already emotional enough to be wearing that man's kufiya. If she had said that when I was wearing my grandfather's kufiya, I would have lost my mind because like
Holy
people don't
cow.
understand that just because a group of people say something is defined a certain way, like we have got to stop letting other people define
Maybe
us, you
ask
know,
a
and like
Palestinian.
correct. Like it was just bizarre. And like the newest trend is to just make every Arabic sounding word sound scary, which I feel like is kind of an old trend. Like that's how I know we're reliving like the recession because it's
A
like
recession
Arabic is
indicator.
scary.
He's calling
Yeah,
everything
let's bring back
terrorism.
Islamophobia as the economy is about to like fall off a
We're just
cliff. I
doing
don't
2005. It's
all
great.
over again. I like
2007,
told people the other
honestly.
day.
9/11 never ended.
No, I told people somebody the other day, I said, actually, do you know, like the thing that actually terrified me the most about our economic future was when Republicans started leaning heavily into Islamophobia. And I was like, oh yeah, they've got nothing left. Like they
Yeah.
are like scraping just the bottom of the barrel, and it is going to be bad. And I'm just like, guys, take care of each other, like get to know your neighbors, like get to know your like, you know, folks around you that 'cause I really do worry. Like it's actually something that keeps me up at night about all the people that are going to be hurt because of just again, it's a choice people are making and they could be making it differently.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. And I think that the last few years specifically have not just, like there's of course been specifically like a sharp increase in anti-Palestinian racism, but I think across the board a lot of people have become more familiar with Arab cultures, Muslims also understanding that there are like Palestinian Christians, like it's a very diverse community, which also on like a slightly lighter note, I think one thing that's cool about being like a mixed Palestinian kid is I am the only mixed person in my life that I'm like, I've never experienced colorism from my community because the diaspora
Yeah.
is so wide. I mean, people look at me
Yep.
and they're like, you're not Palestinian. I'm like, the Crusades happened.
Yep.
You can have blue eyes. But like, I've never gotten that from anyone, like someone that's Palestinian meets a Palestinian. It's like, you're my family now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's so
Yep.
sick.
No, it's so funny. In middle school, somebody asked me, they're like, why do you have colored eyes? And I was just like, genetics? I don't know what to tell you. Recessive genes? I'm not 100% sure how to be helpful in this situation. But it's true. Like, and I often also remind folks that, you know, the thing that, so, you know, my grandfather, just like yours, was an ECPA survivor. He's actually buried here in Georgia. And I remember him like telling us about his neighbors and growing up in this like multi-faith neighborhood and how they would like celebrate each other's holidays and like truly it was just like everybody was part of that community. And I'm just like, yeah, life can be that way. It's not like a weird like rose-colored glasses situation. It's just reality. That is how it looked. And like yeah, but it's funny. People always be like, you're, you know, you're just white cosplaying. I'm like, I promise you I'm not.
Someone got mad at me. They were like, why would you dye your hair blonde? And I'm like, I don't know, man, because I wanted to. Like,
You
what?
know, no one ever gives me compliments when I cut my hair, but it's fine. It is what I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love your face was like, wait a minute, hold on.
I
No,
was
no,
like, I
I
had to do the
respond.
math in my head real quick. That was very funny. If you think Ruwa was funny, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. As we know, at 3,000, I will show y'all our new merch. If we hit 5K, you get to see Ruwa's cat. And if we hit 5K, I do a guitar stream next week. As
Oh
Ethan
my
said in the
God.
chat, Ruwa does have jokes. Um,
I try. My favorite was one time we had a bill on the house floor to allow for like mobile like hair cutting services, kind of like you know how you have like dog groomers in mobile if
yeah.
they want to do the thing on a state level. And so everybody started making like hair jokes because we're all on this unlike Congress, like anytime we're in session, we're all on the floor together. And you want to ask a question, you say like, is it not true? And nobody would call on me. So I actually like went to the speaker's chief of staff and I said, if you'd called on me, I was gonna ask like, is it not true that I got a haircut this weekend and none of you said anything? And he like looked mortified. He like did not know what to do, and it was incredible. So
I love
hi,
that.
come here. She's
Don't
like
give
now
them free
sleeping.
cat. Um,
Okay, okay, hold on. We said 2,500. I
yeah.
don't know where we are.
We're at 1,800.
Oh, hey, we're so close.
We're so close. Apparently at 2,500 you get to see the cat. I didn't know if we made a specific number. So guys, $700, and then if we get whatever it is to 5K, I'll sing a song on the stream, which is something else that you wanted, and I don't want to do, but I really like Ruwa. All right, I'm gonna send you some donor names, and we're gonna shout them out. We can alternate. I'll start with the first one.
Please.
I sent them to you on
Oh,
Discord.
amazing. Love
Holy
it. Okay, go.
cow.
All right, Austin C,
Scrolling.
thank you so much.
Donald A, thank you very much.
Ryan C.
Is it Asha or Asa A? Thank you very much.
I've usually said Asa, but please let us know in the chat if we get it wrong. Lisbon
Yes,
M, great to
please.
see ya. A regular.
Oh, cool. Mark H.
Nahush C, once again, please correct me if I get your pronunciation wrong, and Asha will tell me.
Eric S.
Michael C with $100. Thank you so much. That goes a long way on grassroots
hey.
campaigns like ours.
Kevin S. also at $100. Thank you very much.
Michael A.
Haley V.
Jeff E.
Dale M.
Clint P.
Charlie S.
And we can give an extra little shout out to Sherry. Thank you so much for $1,000. That's so freaking cool.
Thanks, Sherry. That really was amazing.
That really is amazing. We love you. Ovidio B.
Benyar O or Benyar. I'm gonna say it both ways.
Correct us in the chat. This is the one time you're allowed to correct me. Free cat. Is that the other one or is that the same one?
No, Itzy! You gotta wait for like a little more.
Free
She's,
Itsy.
yeah, she-
Daryl B. Thank you so much.
JB.
Beth R.
Theron M.
And Atifa G. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you so much. You guys are
illinois.com/stream so we can shout you out.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
What do you
Unless
think
my
about
cat
the
decides-
What do you think about the stream fundraising?
This is okay, so real talk, I want to do it so badly because I would much rather be doing this than like hours and hours and hours of call time. But I realized you actually started with an audience. So I'm like, how do we get like I don't know if we can like build an audience that fast, you know?
It helps because I did have an audience beforehand, but also it's like a fun thing to like it's nice because we just have the streams online. So if people want to like
Yep.
that didn't get to tune in, they want to hear about the issues we talked about, they can do that. So it's like kind of nice to have that record. But I mean, look, you're a natural. Like we said, you got jokes. So
Oh, we've been doing TikTok. So I will like sometimes like log on to TikTok live and then I'll have like my little link. I try to do like a mini background. It's very low tech, but it actually worked.
Yeah.
We raised like a little bit of money the first time I did it. So
that's fantastic.
but we did the same thing. I did try out some jokes. My husband tells me not to quit my day job, but it's okay. One day
Ethan
maybe I
says,
could be a
Ruwa, you have IG clout. You can stream on there too. Do you play video games?
Mostly Animal Crossing. It's just because like I need something to turn off my brain.
I love Animal Crossing. As
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, someone asked me the other day,
Holy
what's the game you have the most hours on? And it's like an embarrassing amount of Animal Crossing, starting at GameCube all the way to it's now.
Oh wow, no, I am not that cool. I
Sorry, you're a
definitely
fake
started.
fan.
I know, I'm so sorry. Like 2 years ago, and then I flattened my island, and then I made like a neighborhood on like one of those cliffs. But I haven't. I don't think I've looked at it in like 3-4 months. I think they all hate me. They probably left, so it's okay.
It's okay. In the newest Animal Crossing, they made it so the villagers don't end up hating you. But
Holy
yeah, there's
cow.
a new update on the Switch coming soon, which is exciting. So I
I
might
feel like
play
the
it.
anxiety was like half of it.
I mean, that was like the fun parts about old ones because then they would hate you, which is
Oh my
kind of fun.
God.
Like I want stakes, you know. I want stakes. I want to have a reason
Exactly.
to have a crippling Animal Crossing addiction.
Yeah, yeah. Or like when they would leave, sometimes I would get sad, but then every once in a while, like a villager that I really don't like would leave. I'm like, great, thank God.
Yeah.
I just don't like putting people out.
Um,
Y'all, my cat is so desperate to come say hi to you. Can
guys,
you
please
like? I'm gonna spend a
donate
little
so
bit.
that we
There you
need like
go.
500 more dollars so that way you guys can see
Like, I
Itsy
wanna
and I
be a
can show
part of
y'all our
it.
new heater merch.
My
It's
cat
so
wants to meet
cute.
Cat.
Holy cow.
Unite the cats.
Unite the cats. Unite the cats, guys. Cats of the world, unite.
We're building a cat movement.
We do have Cats for Cat. By the way, follow our official account, which is our shitposting account at Cat for Illinois. And if you have a cat and want it to endorse me, tag us and do Cats for Cat because I like looking at
I'm
your
so
cats.
glad you're doing that because that's what we're doing for our like Team Ruwa because that was like my other account, and so now it's like campaign HQ essentially, where if people post a meme or make a funny video or like want to add us on something, they just like collaborate on that one.
Yeah.
And it's like slowly turning into a repository of memes. We just posted a really funny waffle one. Shout out to my staff that made it, specifically my amazing campaign manager,
Holy
Christina. And
cow.
it was just like this waffle wants to tell you something, and you're like swiping as it zooms in on the message. It's like
Go
donate
for
to our
real.
campaign. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Also, Ethan has asked this so many
Holy
times in the chat.
cow.
What's your Waffle House order?
Oh, I actually remember someone asking
Holy
that. Okay, so
cow.
I love to get the cheese and eggs breakfast with my hash browns diced and sometimes I like to add tomatoes, I think. But I also like to get a biscuit. I don't like the toast. It's like a
I don't
very
know. I don't
specific
eat
Waffle
Waffle
House.
House. So I haven't been.
You've never had
I've
Waffle
never been to
House?
Waffle House.
Okay, so here's your like sad fun fact about Georgia. There's 159 counties, and the one thing they all have in common is they all have a Waffle House.
I mean, that's Texas with Whataburger.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
They just opened one down the street from me.
Okay, stop bragging. Like, why do you have to do? Why did you have to
Oh,
do
I'm so
that to
sorry. I didn't
me?
realize that was a
That's
brag.
really
Okay, I'm
fucked
so
up.
sorry.
That's I. Wow.
That just, listen, when you are in Congress, God willing, you should come visit. And then you can see the amazing, you can have like Waffle House for breakfast or late night and then Whataburger during the day.
I mean, that sounds great. That sounds really healthy too. Um,
Oh, I see no issues here. First off,
I
I just
see
want to
no
point out
issue.
that Waffle House breakfast has carbs,
Uh-huh.
protein,
Uh-huh.
fiber.
Vegetable?
I don't know what else you need. Yeah, literally potatoes are a vegetable. And if you add your
Okay.
onions and potatoes,
Okay.
they are, hey, they are a great vegetable. We are not conceding to harmful diet culture. Potatoes are great vegetables.
Look, I think potatoes are awesome. In fact, on every job application, I'd love your answer to this. Guys, we're $300 from y'all seeing Rua's cat, and we have 11 minutes left. Can we do this?
He's
Send this
literally
link.
standing on the edge of the couch. Like, can I please
She
come say
desperately,
hello?
Itzy desperately wants to see y'all. But literally every job application that we have a question saying, and as Ethan says, his essay on this got him hired. That is not a lie. What are your top 3 favorite potato dishes? And we've had people answer it with AI. But like, I really see this is actually like a cute thing regarding like
Right.
our background, because they're stupid. But my I grew up in Texas post 9/11, and so like my dad would be
Yeah.
like, I don't speak Arabic even though his name is like Aladdin. um, and like I that's actually one thing when I was talking about colorism is like some other people in like Arab communities will like knock my pronunciation of things. I just don't speak it. I would love to, but I don't.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and so we just kind of like, it was like, oh, we're Lebanese. For some reason, that's something that a lot of people also experience. It's like, we're Lebanese. We don't really talk about it. But my mom, who is white, she got really into like the culture aspect of the food because we see a lot of the stuff through food. So like she really made sure that we were exposed to all sorts of food, but especially like Palestinian and Middle Eastern food, which is what gave me like a huge passion for it growing up. And so I see the world through food like that too, including potatoes. So tell me your top 3 favorite potato dishes and donate at catfreeillinois.com/stream.
I love that. Okay. And then I have a story for you about my mom too and my dad. But like, okay,
Wait, tell your
obviously I
story
love
first.
French fries. Okay, fine. I'll tell my story first. So my
Yeah.
story is this. My dad also same thing, especially like post 9/11 was like so worried about us and he would just be like, "Look, just like don't just like lay low, go to class, do whatever." And he was like in particular worried about how people would respond to us being Palestinian. And I remember we were like after my history class, we were in driver's ed of all places, and somebody was mentioning our last class. We did talk about Palestine, and he goes, like one of them turns to me and goes, "Aren't you Palestinian?" And I kid you not, my driver's ed teacher overhears this, pulls me out into the hallway, and proceeds to interrogate me to see whether or not me and my family have any ties to Hamas. And I just like it was so absurd. I actually laughed at him, like because this was like before I understood like my rights, like
Yeah.
care like wasn't a part of the ecosystem the way that it is today. We didn't really have like a lot of civil rights organizations other than the ACLU, but like I didn't know that. I was like 16 years old trying to learn how to drive a car, so I don't
Right.
have to ride the bus. And I just like remember laughing at him, and he goes, "This is very serious. Like, what's so funny?" And I'm like, "This question, like, it's even funnier that you don't realize how absurd this question is." And like, I remember thinking, man, I understand why my dad was like really worried, and also I'm very annoyed that it was like a real thing. But I'm just like, what is going like? It just made me laugh a lot. So yeah, that was my story about my because you remind me of like your dad and like talking about
Yeah.
like
And
being
like it's a
Lebanese and
very
our
real
sister
thing,
Jordanian.
especially in the
Yeah,
diaspora. It's like and like I don't think that there's a right or wrong thing here. Like you want to protect your family, like assimilation is
no,
a key part of that, especially after 9/11 in
yeah.
like America. Like I don't blame my dad for it at all. But I do remember I got into like summer camp detention as a kid because a girl asked if my dad was in Al Qaeda, and I asked if her dad was in the KKK.
Oh no, but
No
okay. That's
regrets.
actually such a good analogy though. Like I remember actually using it, being like, so you're implying that every Christian was in the KKK? They're like, no, that's absurd. I'm like, exactly. Like that's how absurd it is when you say that every Muslim is a terrorist. And it was just like it for a lot of people, like to be clear, and I think as hard as that experience was, and it did feel like I kind of lost out on my childhood because you kind of have to behave, right? Like you're representing a community.
Yeah,
But actually, the one amazing lesson it taught me is that some people are militantly hateful. There's nothing you can do about them. A lot of people are ignorant, and it actually
exactly.
showed me the potential like that humanity has for good and how like people who came at it from a place of curiosity, like some of those people became my friends for life, right? And
Yeah.
learning how to build community with those who are different than you and the power that has, especially I think in this moment, and like exactly what you said, like back then people were getting snatched off the streets just like now. People would go to their immigration appointments and they wouldn't come out and they'd get deported just by who they were, the language that they spoke, and
Guy went
it
to a
makes me
bunch of
really
convenience stores
angry.
in Dallas on 9/12 and just shot owners in the face, and most of those were Sikhs.
Holy cow.
Yep. Yeah, and that was the other thing, right? That hatred and bigotry, like it in a weird way doesn't discriminate, even though it is by definition discriminatory. And one of my other cat is trying to get in, but that's what you're saying in the background. But
I was like, who's trying to get
Holy
into the
cow.
door?
she might be able to get in. We'll see.
That's
But
amazing. I would love to see that.
I you might get a bonus. Listen, if we get to 2,500 before our time is up, you might get two cats
We're
instead of one.
we are 186 or sorry, $286 away. Can we do it, guys? Can we do it? I'll show you the heater merch. Just a little bit. And in the meantime, I do want to say that you're like absolutely fucking right about ignorance. I try to stress this. Like if someone, I tell people like you don't have to debate someone about your own existence, but I do think we all have a responsibility that if someone is coming towards things in good faith, you need to engage because like you don't know what you don't know. Like you just don't. I mean, I grew up in a Reagan Republican household, and it was only when one of my best friends was like, yeah, I can't afford to go to college, I can't afford to be a doctor even though that's all I want to do. And I was
Yeah.
like, what do you mean you can't like, but like what about saving, what about scholarships? And she's like, I need to help take care of my family. Like, and I like
Yep.
it just shattered my worldview. And I've had a lot of people come to me being like, I think part of it is because I'm so white passing with
Holy
like genuine
cow.
questions about like Palestinian people, or someone that said to me, I didn't know Palestinians could be like you. And I'm like, all right, we'll go back to that later, but you're on the right track. Um, like if people are genuinely trying to be better, we should let them. Now, what are your favorite
Yeah. And
potatoes? But you can
okay,
add
sorry, I forgot about
another
those.
thought.
French
I just
fries. You
really
said
want to make
French
sure I hit
fries.
them. What type of French fries though?
Love
I need
French fries.
specifics.
Okay, like, but like very, very specifically, I would say the like like the steak cut front ones that are kind of like flat and fat, but they have
Yeah.
to be crispy on the outside. Preferably with some like Cajun seasoning. That's like my favorite. And then I love mashed potatoes, but like it needs to have like good butter and rosemary, like some like flavoring to it. I've had some amazing and then there's like a dish, I don't know what it is in English, but my mom makes it where it's like she'll hollow out the potato and then she'll stuff it with like meat and she'll bake it in like this tomato sauce and it is so good. I don't know what it's called. I'm so sorry to our listeners. I cannot help you. And if you ask me to get you the recipe, you might as well just don't because she doesn't do recipes. She'll just be like, she'll literally just give me a list of ingredients and then she'll be like, and there you go. I'm like, okay, so what do I do with them? And then she'll be like, I don't know, measure with your heart. I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. And then she'll realize she forgot half the ingredients. So, anyways, but it's really good. It's really delicious. So those are my three favorite potato recipes.
I asked my grandmother for her baklava recipe for every single holiday, uh, every single year for
I love
5 years in a row. And finally, she sat down and figured out exact measurements and sent it to
my
me.
mom.
And I had
My
to
mom's
wait.
like,
I am the only person in my family that has it. And my cousin came and he was like, did Tete mail this to you? And I was like, no, I made it.
Oh
So
my
yeah, but that's
God.
so real. Um,
That's amazing.
yeah,
I love
it's really
that.
good. I had to send you some.
I love that. Um, no, but it's amazing. And like I told my mom once, I was like, well, what if I just record you while you're in the kitchen? And she goes, that seems weird. And I was like, you're giving me no options here. Like my staff was like, what if we sent out your mom's hummus recipe? Because we're trying to do like some like texting and email fundraising. And they're like, what if we sent out your mom's hummus recipe? And I was like, how many months do we have? Because I feel like that's what it's going to take. So if my mom is watching this, please give me some of your recipes. But yeah, so it's like the joys of my parents.
It's
So
like very guarded in my family too. Like this, like no
yeah.
one has the recipe except I do, which I'm
Holy cow.
honored and hopefully do it justice. Thank you, Neil
Do you
P,
have any
for,
siblings, by the way? Do
huh?
you have any siblings?
I have an older brother.
I'm the oldest of four, and my
Okay.
parents are both the youngest of nine.
You do have oldest child energy, eldest
I know,
daughter
I'm so
Holy
energy.
sorry.
cow.
No,
So
I mean it's
sorry.
comforting. It's comforting as someone that never had an
Oh,
eldest daughter or
wait,
eldest
that you
sister.
I need to can we like get a snippet of this so I can send it to my youngest sister who is
Yeah,
always trolling me.
yeah.
So
Be grateful that Rua is your sister. I wanted a sister. Bullshit. Could have like,
yeah, it's two
or a
girls and
younger
two boys.
sister. I think it'd be just nice to
Holy
have another girl in the
cow.
house. Not, Salem, I love you if you're watching this. I know you're not, but if you were, I love you.
Oh,
Um, all right, guys, we have 2 minutes left. I want to
yeah.
see Itzy. Can we get $200 in here? Question. Possibly.
Also, I think we do have. I saw a Georgia person come through, Eric T. from Norcross, which is so exciting because I think that's my district.
Wait, oh my
So
God, that's awesome. This is
yeah,
your
I love that.
congresswoman, your state
Isn't that so much fun?
representative. That's
Yeah, there
so
you go.
fun. I
There
hope
you go.
that's me in like
I did
two
I did have
months.
someone very emphatically insist that I am their member of Congress, and I had to explain to them I am not in fact a member. Actually, post DNC. A lot of people were really mad at me for like not signing on to like resolutions and letters and like voting a certain way, and I'm like, guys, I'm so deeply grateful that you're passionate about this. I don't have access to the physical button to do the things you're asking me to do. Like it's not.
I do love
I'm so
when
sorry.
people get
Holy
mad just
cow.
about stuff sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying or what I can do about this. Like some things that are really, really specific. I do love when people are really passionate about a very specific issue. I had a guy come in. I tell a story a lot. Someone said, "I'm Eric T. Hi, Rua. First time chat." But his like passion is collecting license plates, and he had a lot of thoughts on the monopoly on license plate manufacturing, and I had zero thoughts about the monopoly on license plate
That's
manufacturing. But
amazing.
I do really like I know this sounds like I'm joking, but I do love really niche interests. But I had to be real. I was
I,
like, I would love to get to a point where this is like on the top of my list.
No, but
That's
I'm
the
going to
goal.
be so real with you. That person could single-handedly change license manufacturing in the country, specifically because they're probably one of the few people that like really thinks about it, which means that there's probably going to be a lot less opposition other than the monopoly itself. So if you go to enough people,
It's on
listen,
my fucking
that
radar.
person knows what they're doing. Good for them. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
And
I
I was like,
love
look,
them.
if there's an opening for this, I'll absolutely take it. I gotta admit, it is not in like my top like 20 agenda items, but like if there is an opening, I will take it, man. I don't like any monopolies except the game. That's
I did
not
not
true. I've never
realize there
played
is a
Monopoly.
license plate monopoly. This is amazing. I'm so
I
happy.
don't.
Y'all are amazing. Your people are amazing. Oh
All
my
right.
God.
We were $182. 200. Huh? Oh, there's donations coming through that Asha's manually. Oh, we've made it. Show us the kitty. Show us the kitty. Show us the
Oh,
kitty.
Come here, Beast. Come here, Beast. Come here. I know, I'm so sorry, but we promised the
Yes.
people. Okay, so this is Itzy.
Holy
Oh
She
my
is
cow.
a blind
goodness.
calico. Say hi.
Oh my
hi.
goodness. Hi,
Oh,
Itzy.
she's purring. Oh, she's purring. Say
Hi.
hi.
Itzy, do you want to help us shout out some donors?
Yes, let's do it. She's like
Yay.
very confused right now. She's like, this has never happened. I know, because I love you. And I will never hold you like this a lot.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow.
Does she like being held like
Hi
that?
guys. Okay, so this is Itzy. She is from Fur Kids. So shout out to Fur Kids because it's a rescue here in Georgia, and like three of our animals are from there. So
Shout out for
it's
kids.
amazing. I love them. Oh, are these the people?
I sent
Is
you
this
the new
updated list?
donors. Would you like to start?
Let's go. Okay, Charles B, thank you very much.
Brandon A,
Sean M,
Grayson R,
Kieran M,
Daria K.
Holy
Green
cow.
Q at 200. Thank you so much.
We love you. And also hi. Donovan F.
Eric T. Hey, that's my constituent.
Ya boy. Neil P.
Penny. Oh, sorry. Nasser J.
Penny H.
Megan P.
Christopher L.
Nasser J.
Holy
Donald
cow.
A. Great to see you again, bud.
Abdur G.
Hi, Abdur. Good to see you. And Jenna. Just Jenna.
Just Jenna. Just Jenna. I love that. My sister's name is Gina, and so this is really cool. My
Seeing a lot of
cat-
like our Palestinian allies over here in Chicago donating, which is very sweet.
I love that. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. This was so much fun. I hope that Itzy was worth the wait because she's hilarious, and I hope you all get to meet her one day because she's the coolest cat.
Would you like to
And
see
also,
our new this is just the mock-up for the merch. We're still like making edits to it, but do you want to see it?
yes, a promise is a promise. Wait, oh, there
Sorry,
you go.
there you go.
There it is. There it is.
That's my
oh
cat
my
heater.
God.
It's like the like Selena shirts,
That's amazing.
like the ones you get
That
at
is
like
brilliant.
I have one that's just George Costanza with like a bunch of like George Costanzas on it. But I
love
wanted that for heater.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Can you say thank you? Thank you so much. This
Let
was
Itzy
really
say
fun.
bye. Let Itzy say bye.
She's like, no, she's like, I'm leaving.
Okay,
Oh, you,
I-
you might see her in a second. She's gonna try to leave again, but she's still mad at me right now. She's like, why did you pick? So she doesn't like to be picked out because she doesn't know where she is at that point. 'Cause
Right,
she can't
she's
see.
just in the air.
I think you're about to see her. Oh no,
There
that's my
she
bug.
is, so
There you go.
sneaky.
Look at her.
She's so
Look at her go.
sneaky.
She's like, I'm leaving. But y'all are awesome, and thank you for having me.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Well, I got to plug two things. First off, make sure to go vote for Kat if you live in Illinois, especially during early voting. And you'd be surprised, text, call, email 5 people, and it goes a really long way. But for us, if you want to join our movement, it is ruwaforgeorgia.com. So ruwaforgeorgia.com. You can sign up to volunteer. That includes phone banking from anywhere. You can also donate directly, but cannot
Also
thank
drop
y'all
this in
enough.
the
This
chat.
was such a blast. Yes, please drop it in the chat. And like I said, y'all, Georgia, don't let people define Georgia for you because we are such an amazing state with so much possibility. I love this place. I grew up here, and I always like to remind folks that, like, again, we literally sent y'all 2 senators, and our people deserve to have that same representation on a state level. So
Holy
Absolutely.
cow.
Ruwa,
Yeah.
it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you again. I'll see you later.
this is so much fun. All right, good luck.
Get
Bye.
some sleep. All right, well, that was a blast. Let me just switch our thingy that I was talking about, Asha.
Yes, you got it.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna show y'all our new
Holy
ad
cow.
in a sec.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's so fucking good, but I gotta go get some more tea and also pee. And so I'm gonna let Asha take over, or we can just do the little screen, whatever you prefer, Asha.
Let's try again. Message. Oh, sorry. I'm happy to take over.
Thank you. Asha, take over. Bye.
Oh shit.
Holy cow.
Hey, whomever is asking Kat's tea of choice, it's always the same one. It's the jasmine green tea. Oh, I look busted. From Noonie. I look busted today. Everybody be nice to me. How's everybody doing? I missed you all. I think this is the first time I've been on since break. Hi everybody. Hi YouTube chat. Hi Maya. Ugh, thank you, Mama. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta pin this message in YouTube chat. Ooh. Donate. Here. Oh my god. https://cat4illinois.com/stream. It hasn't gone off yet. Is something wrong? Sometimes it takes a little while, unfortunately. Somebody had donated and hadn't gone through
Holy
yet, and
cow.
that is because sometimes it takes a little while because Hovercast, it goes pretty slow. So please give it a second, give it a buffer second. Hi Twitch chat. I love you all dearly. It's good to see you guys too. How was everybody's break? Did everybody have a lovely break? I'm voting for Ruwa. I wish I could vote for Ruwa. She's so cool, guys. She was like so nice. She's so funny. It's crazy that like politicians are people, right? Like obviously I know that, right? Like Kat is running for Congress and like Kat's a person and I know her. Gremlin, little gremlin. She's sat over here. You guys can't see her. She's hunched eating food like this.
Holy cow.
Any closer to the D&D stream? Yes, D&D stream, January 22nd. Everybody mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. I've marked mine. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. Once I get your guys' stickers sent out from the streamathon, I will be able to get working on the D&D stream, and it'll be a hoot and holler. So I am gonna get off now, and everybody donate catforillinois.com/stream. Why Miss Piggy? Oh, okay, wait, sorry. I was thinking about my dream guest for stream for like Cat's stream, because we've already gotten Brennan Lee Mulligan, who is my like dream guest, and I was thinking about it, and I think it's Miss Piggy from the Muppets. I think she would be a great guest.
I've never seen the Muppets.
You've never seen the Muppets? She's never seen the Muppets. I think maybe this is why. I think you've got to watch the Muppet movie. Like, the Muppet movie.
Why?
The Christmas one. It's just so good. It's just the best one, and it's just such a feel-good. I don't know. It's incredible.
I meant to watch it this Christmas season.
You can always... Christmas is a state of mind. You can
true.
always do it.
That's true.
And whomever asked, I don't play Baldur's Gate, because I play D&D in person. Lame.
Get their ass.
Oh, I have a story to tell you about D&D after stream.
Oh my god.
Or I can tell you on stream, but they'll just hear it in the background.
All right, guys, who's ready to see our ad? Ad reveal time. Yay.
Give me 1 sec to make sure everything's working on the donation side.
Okay. Donate at catforillinois.com/. Oh, yeah, because it's supposed to be higher.
Can you try? Yeah.
Can I try what?
Hold on.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career?
Also, I've gotten a lot better at Balatro. I've already won in Balatro. Everyone say that you want me to play Balatro today so I can play some Balatro.
Insane.
I got to be real, though, guys. We have APAC coming into this race. We have 2 months before the election, and we do need donations. So you don't have to donate, but please send this link to a friend or multiple friends. And if you live in Illinois, especially if you live in the 9th District, text people who live here and say to vote. Send them our website. If you have parents that are complaining a lot about how much Trump is ruining shit, tell them they can help our campaign. Donating or getting a yard sign if they live here, phone banking, door knocking. We need your help. This is... Also, Asha asked someone to donate to make sure the hovercast thing is working, so someone could donate for that.
F for donating 69. It won't pop up. So Eric F.
Do you want me to take off the hovercast thing?
No, it'll just automatically.
Because it's still not the one from before.
It's not the one.
No, it's at 1274.
Oh, I can update that. Give me a sec.
Cool.
That I can do manually. Full screen here.
Kat, I'm a poor girl dad who feels rich knowing that the future is strong, intelligent women. My girls sat here and watched you, and they love your passion and realness. That's very, very sweet. Tell your girls I say hi. All right, so one thing that your money will be spent on is getting our ads out. And I can tell you from numbers that we have seen that as many people who have heard about me through being thrown around by ICE and indicted and all of that bullshit also now know about us because of these ads. That is how much they are penetrating through everything. So this is our new ad. I hope y'all like it.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career politicians not understanding the moment we're in? I mean, it's 2026. Why do so many of our elected leaders seem to think it's 2006? We deserve a representative who will put everything on the line to protect us, who will stand up to ICE, who will tell white supremacists to screw off, who will fight for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires. And that's why I'm running for Congress.
Holy cow.
Because we don't just deserve a fighter, we deserve good things, and we don't have to settle. My name's Kat Abou-Ghazaleh, and I approve this message.
Yay, ad! That's our new ad. It's going out tomorrow. Doesn't it look so good? Doesn't it look so good? I think we're also the first ad to tell white supremacists to screw off for a political campaign. So if that's what you want to establish as the norm in fucking ads, donate. catforillinois.com/stream. We need to get this everywhere. How fucking sick would that be during like playoff season? Guys. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. We're going to watch it again later because I'm really excited about it. But in the meantime, what should we do? Balatra?
If you desire.
I do desire.
The woman desires Balatro.
I could already see people whining about the ad telling white supremacists to fuck off. That was originally what I wrote. And then I was like, oh, wait, this needs to go on TV. Yay, ad. And shout out to our friends at the Wind Company and the production org that helped us make it. They just did such a fantastic job. I am so happy with it. When we thought about doing TV ads, I wanted to make sure
Holy cow.
Okay, someone said how much for a 5-second Super Bowl ad. I wanted to do a 5-second Super Bowl ad, but apparently they have to be like 30 seconds at a time, which is such bullshit.
Holy cow.
Thanks, Guy Mercy, for $10. All right. It's Balatro time. Wait, can you pass me my Steam Deck?
Yep.
Or we can play Gordlets.
Oh, I love Gordlets.
I don't really understand Gordlets.
It's okay.
I want to
Let's
understand.
play Balatro.
Okay, wait, we can do a Cat Asha stream of Gordlets.
Stream when?
Cat Asha stream Gordlets.
We've
That can
never
be...
had a Cat Asha stream.
Yeah, Cat Asha stream for Gordlets. Guys, we need to hit our stretch goal today, which is 7K.
Can be.
Let's split the difference. 6K.
6K.
We reach 6K. We have 45 minutes.
Oh. We could do 5K.
6K.
Yeah. Push it for 6K.
We'll do 6K, and if we do that, we get Cat Asha Gordlet stream. So make sure to send this stream to your friends. Tell them about our stream. Tell them to donate. Tell people that blah, 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 all that stuff. Tell them you could get a representative that gets better at Balatro in 48 hours because she played too much Balatro at night. Required score scales faster for each ante. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Also, make sure you're actually subscribed to YouTube/Twitch channel. Thank you so much. Yes, please do that. It genuinely helps us reach so many more people. See, guys, I remember that flushes exist. Someone get off my ass. Is Ben gonna have another meltdown on Blue Sky? I don't know. That's up to you, Ben. Are you watching this? If so, hey. I'm gonna turn down desktop audio a little bit. Kat, explain this game. I can't. I don't know. I was playing Dave the Diver, and then it showed me how to do this. I'm keeping this just in case. Showed me how to do this, and then it understood. Like, Ben tried to teach me how to do it, and I just didn't get it. My partner is thrilled that this is what will finally get me to play Balatro. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's go. All right, some other things that your money can go to, because we're not even at 3K yet, and we want to reach 6K for a Cat Asha stream. So the ad is a big one, but it also goes to paying our staff a living wage, which I think is cool. It goes to ensuring that we are reaching as many people as possible. It goes to our software that helps us with phone banking. It goes to our campaign office rent, which serves as a mutual aid hub. That's $3,000 a month. We're trying to do, $6K so we can properly pay for our campaign office for these last 2 months. And it also allows us to not engage with call time, which means that we can, I'm gonna turn this down on my side. Which means that we have more time to spend talking to voters, which is great. Talking to voters instead of calling rich people and begging for money. That one sucks. Okay, fine. Call time sucks butt, absolutely. Do y'all have any questions about call time? Drop your questions about call time. It's bad. But I would love to talk about it and explain how revolutionary this campaign, like this live stream is in allowing us to not have to do that. Guys, I've gotten so many fucking jokers doing this. This is great. Okay. Why does call time exist? Because we've created a system that is dependent on calling rich people and begging for money. And that inherently creates a lot of problems, particularly when oligarchs seem to run everything. And so now you're in a situation where if you don't already know rich people, you can't really run for office. And I just don't know that many rich people, at least not as many as my opponents. But that's pretty easy to do when you know zero. And basically what you're just doing is you're sitting in a room and calling folks that are usually from a list that you bought from another campaign. Sometimes like we would call our, what do you think of New York City's matching campaign finance laws? I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think it makes it so much more accessible to run for office. So you're just sitting in a room calling people and saying, hi, like you may not have heard of me, but do you want to give us money? Do you want to give me $7,000 for this campaign? And this is how a lot of candidates and elected officials spend like 4 to 8 hours of their day sometimes doing. Like some of my opponents are spending 40 to 60 hours a week doing this.
Name 3 things you would rather do for 40 to 60 hours a week.
Name 3 things I would rather do for 40 to 60 hours a week.
Holy cow.
Instead of call time. Watch Ben Shapiro.
Whoa.
Yeah. What are other things that I hate doing? I think that really gets the point across. But also live streaming, talking to voters, knocking doors, sleeping, all that shit is so much better than call time and actually helps us. And you guys can help us do that by donating capforillinois.com/stream. Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting rich over here. Don't let anyone tell you I'm broke, even though I am. I'm not broke in Balatro.
The only place money matters.
The only place money matters. Would you rather lose the race than do call time? I mean, no, but I don't think those are mutually... Like, I don't think you can only do one with the other. With our race, we have been able to make more money doing this. And so it means that we are able to not do call time without risking falling super behind or anything. In fact, we're making more money this way, and it's better for my mental health. I also think that it's more in line with our values, and I've said many times that I would rather lose the race than give up on my values. And I fully believe that. Do you get money from YouTube with these streams? No, I have demonetized all my accounts because I don't want to put my account don't want to put the campaign behind a paywall. I will say that the part of the reason you have to donate at catforillinois.com/stream, which you should do, is that we have to get certain data for the FEC. And so when you're doing that, you are able to we're able to more clearly see where our money's coming from and stay in compliance with regulations. Which is like really exceptional that so many of y'all have contributed that way, because it's a lot of times asking someone to go to a second site doesn't really pay off. And y'all have been very incredible. Any pet merch on the horizon? We are considering bandanas, but that'll have to come after the primary. So if you want a pet bandana, you know what to do. You know what to do. You got to vote. You got to donate. catforillinois.com/stream. Have y'all ever heard of this website called catforillinois.com/stream?
What was that again?
catforillinois.com/stream.
Oh, thank you. I messed up. I've also got to do donate for another.
Let me play this round in Balatro. Thank you. I really want to do Asha Gordlet's stream. Do you have an electric or acoustic guitar? I have one of each. Actually, I have 2 acoustic guitars and 1 electric guitar. And I have a nice orange amp that goes with all my stuff. Ha, 69, nice. Are there any Cat for IL9 hats yet? That's coming up. We'll do merch reveal when we hit our goal today too. Not just the heater merch, but the other. Wait, no, I don't think the other thing's ready. So that's a lie. Just kidding. catforillinois.com/stream. I'm going to keep saying catforillinois.com/stream till we hear a holy cow. And I know that sounds desperate, but look, guys, we are trying to keep up with APAC. And I promised my campaign manager today, hi, Catherine, I know you're watching, that I would ask more than usual. So catforillinois.com/stream. It's my favorite website. And it's your favorite website too, right? Right? Right, Asha?
Yes. Yes, I love it. Yes, I love catforillinois.com/stream.
Asha loves catforillinois.com/stream. Everyone loves catforillinois.com/stream. Are they just not coming? Do I need to refresh Act Blue?
Yeah, you
Okay, never mind. Someone donated. Sorry, this is on us. I'm gonna do a little holy cow sound for y'all. Just a little like.
Holy cow.
Sometimes it gets tired. We all do. Me too. Me too. All right, now we should hear them. It's 10 multiplier. We are so close to our goal, y'all. catforillinois.com 3K. It's almost like they hate us. Oh, dual holy cows. Just kidding. That feeling when you're just like spiraling for no reason. You're like, I think everyone hates me. And then you're like, oh, wait, no, they don't.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Indeed. Thanks, Kevin C. Nine, 8, 7, 6. You'll get a holy cow, don't worry. Give me some diamonds. Oh, I'm so close. I don't know why I'm being so fixated on this, but it was worth it. Guys, aren't I better than I was at Balatro? Don't you agree? Does the other front runner in your race take APAC money? So this race is pretty much between 3 people, and one of them, the one that's right below me, is taking APAC money. And it makes sense, because how else are you supposed to survive if you're not taking APAC money? Wait, oh wait, we do that. We are able to function without taking money from APAC, from Republicans. That's so weird how we're able to do that. Huh.
Holy cow.
How's polling looking? I mean, the last independent poll that came out showed us tied for first. I'm sure we'll see some others coming out, but we're feeling good. You know, we had, I'm donating specifically and only because you asked, have you considered having volunteers play Balatro on your behalf? What's the fun in that? It's so fucked up. But we're feeling good. I mean, nothing is guaranteed. That's the thing. But in terms of where we started and where we're going, I'm really freaking excited, guys. At the same time, like, it is nerve-wracking just knowing that there's all of this stuff stacked against us, and thinking about how we have to surpass it. Ooh, 69, nice. Give me a 10, there we go. What is your signature policy? I think signatures are great. You can do a lot of things with them, different pens and such. But come on, everyone say I'm funny. Oh wait, no, I don't do that. So our top two issues are anti-authoritarianism and basic existence. And anti-authoritarianism is exactly, I donated 3 times to hear my name, but I guess I'm not going to get it. I just haven't said our donors yet. Hold on, I can do that right now. Pete R, Eric F, Deborah B, Paul O, Geimer C, Donald A, Raul N, Mark M, Andre M, Kevin C, and Miranda S.
Holy cow.
And John T. Thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Oh, love these holy cows. Thank you for keeping me honest, y'all. I was too lost in the Balatro sauce. But our top issue is anti-authoritarianism and basic existence. And the idea of basic existence is that everyone deserves to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with money left over to save and spend. Because in reality, building more housing with federal incentives to work with local businesses, Spectral Pack, universal healthcare, and protections against price gouging actually save us money. So if you are a, can I do this? No. So if you're fiscally conservative, then maybe, you should support those things. Just an idea. So yeah, that's our thing.
Holy cow.
I'm tired of these issues being framed as separate when they're not. They're all inherently tied together. And if we're just trying to talk about one, if we're just trying to talk about one of these at a time, then you're missing the point. You're not going to be able to address any of them properly. We're $100 away from 3K. How exciting is that? I have so much money in this game. Anyway, policy plans are ideas to help mitigate climate change. Like, most people talk about switching to renewables, but anything beyond that. I think just like with the idea of basic existence, that when we talk about the Green New Deal, we have to not just use that as a catch-all, but we need to be talking about how climate policy intersects with pretty much every other part of our lives. So if we want to talk about racial justice, that also requires environmental justice. If we want to talk about switching to renewals, that also means making things cheaper for people with the cost of renewable energy. A Green New Deal is about not just setting us on the right path for climate action, but also providing jobs to people. I personally do not own a car, and I don't plan to. I think that we need to have better transit policy and make sure that federal funds are used for operating costs, so that way we don't face fiscal cliffs like we did in... Oh wait, real quick, someone just said, I've been looking for something to do and consider myself a spreadsheet nerd. Anything I can do to help? We literally have a channel in our Discord called Spreadsheet Gang, so do that. But when it comes to, someone said 3 donations and I haven't gotten a single shout out. I said John T. Is that you, John T? Ruwa said it once. I said it once or twice. Anyways, John T, another shout out. Sorry if you missed it. But like, also with our foreign policy, we need to be issuing, if we want actual climate justice, that also means issuing reparations, particularly to the global south, in terms of global renewable energy. I'm very proud to be endorsed by the Sunrise Movement. I'm very proud to be working for a more sustainable future, and that means having an actual future. Next round. I can say it 2 more times if you want, John. John T. John T. Ooh. Ooh. Give me 10. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have more discards. Fine. You mean like actual energy independence and not just loyal to large corporations who happen to acquire fossil fuels? Bingo! Wouldn't that be a crazy idea to do that instead of whatever the fuck we're doing right now? This is one thing that drives me crazy about the discussion of fossil fuels. It's that fossil fuels are lame. It's passe. Get with the fucking program, you know? Oopsie. Oh wait. Oh yeah, because I have that. I forgot that. Sick. This is my main Balatro flaw, is I keep forgetting that I have cards that I do.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, guys, we're $58 away from our goal. Can we do it? I know we're starting off the new year, so I will say we can do Asha stream at 4K. What do you think about that, Asha?
I'm into it.
She's into it, folks.
Folks, she's into it.
Folks, she's into it. Almost at 3K. It is just so fucking crazy how APAC is coming into this race specifically against me. I cannot wait. Like, I mean, I would rather they not be in the race, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. What happens at 4K? Asha and I are going to do a Gordlet stream together. Just me and Asha playing Gordlets. Oh, yeah, it's this fucking blind. Haha. Yay!
Holy cow.
Thanks, Donald A. I would love to cross stitch with you on stream. I'm actually working on a hat for someone that bought our Max ticket for our holiday party, and I'm really happy with it. And I kind of wish that I was knitting now, but Asha has banned me from knitting on stream because she hates me.
Sorry, it doesn't look good.
Guys, she hates me. She can't stand me.
Stand her.
Donate cat for Illinois.com/stream if you think Asha's wrong. Is that a bad idea? We'll find out. Yes, it was. Give me more hearts. Ugh! I fucked myself. Y'all are seeing me panic in Balatro. Oh wait, nope. We're good. We're Gucci.
Holy cow.
Thanks, Solomon A.
Holy cow.
Oh, I'm not doing great here, team. Thanks, Jacob R for 48. And now we got the heater meter. Yes. Gordlet stream.
Gordlet stream.
And you guys know we're going to be plugging this so fucking much.
So fucking much. We still got an hour left on the stream.
Today?
Yeah, we're going to 9:30.
Oh, we're going till 9:30. All right, y'all. Can we reach 5K? Let's see. Let's find out.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. Double holy cows. We love it. We love to hear it, folks.
Love to hear it, folks.
All right, this has to be 20,000, which I don't think it is.
Did I put 20,000 there?
Oh, no, I was talking about Balatro.
Oh, well, they can't see your block.
Oh, yeah, they can't see my Balatro. I just lost in Balatro. It was really embarrassing.
Womp, womp, womp. It's okay. They
Asha,
can't
you're
see it.
fired. Now they're... So it didn't happen. Heater meter. Heater meter.
No more heater meter.
Oh. I love heater meter.
It was just such a happy accident, but who called it the heater meter?
I know. She's so delightful. She's my favorite girl in the whole world. It felt really good when I got home and she was so happy to see me. This is the 15th time I've fired Asha.
This is true.
I love firing Asha. I love to do it.
I got Donnie's for you to shout out to.
Yes, let me look at donations. All right, we got donors to shout out. Boom, boom. Albert H, James T, Nolan F. If that's a Nolan I know, thank you very much. And if it's not, also thank you very much. Twajon P, Dana L, Rich P, Vincent A, Matt J, Donald A, Solomon A,
Holy
Jacob
cow.
R, Mike A. We got a
Holy
lot of A's
cow.
here. Y'all all related. That'd be really cool if you were. And Michael T with 69. Nice. Balatro.
Holy cow.
Asha is getting paid.
I'm getting paid. You're not.
She actually just got a raise that your donations help pay for. So donate at catforillinois.com/stream if you think that Asha deserves another raise. I do.
A viewer wants to know how to pronounce your last name.
Oh, how to pronounce my last name? Of course. It's Abu Ghazaleh. It's like pretty phonetic when you look at it, but just Abu Ghazaleh. But really, I appreciate any like good faith attempt to pronounce my last name. I just hate when people are like, Abu, whatever. It's so hard. And it's like, no, it's not. I remember seeing an interview with, I think it was Uzo Aduba on, I want to say Jimmy Kimmel, weirdly. No, Jimmy Fallon, weirdly, when I was like 13. And she said that her mom had told her, look, if they can pronounce Dostoevsky, they can pronounce your name. And I was like, wait, Dostoevsky? That's like almost the same amount of syllables as my last name. And made me really proud of it. Actually, it's pronounced Abby Gazebo. Exactly. I can't donate again today, but I also think Asha deserves another raise. No worries. She's not getting that raise, though. Not until I don't have made up stakes for this. I'm sorry, this bit isn't going to work. Asha, you're very appreciated. Whatever. When we win the primary, Asha gets another raise. You're damn right she does. But guess what? To win the primary, we got to reach everyone. And to do that, we got to show everyone our awesome mad and make sure to reach as many voters as possible. This is how I talk now.
This is how I talk now.
Do you like it?
You like it?
Don't you guys want entire stream in mid-Atlantic accent? Also, we're gonna watch the ad again in like 15 minutes.
I'm excited. The ad makes me so excited.
The ad makes me so excited, man. What is Mid-Atlantic? It's like the old-timey voice you hear. You're gonna be a star, dollface. They'll know your name from Prussia to Timbuktu. We like calling women broads. It's the no one you know, which is me. Yay! Hi, bud.
I'm so glad I finally worked on it.
I guess it's only for 800, so that's fine, but... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me a 9, please. Pretty please. Putty putty please. Okay, there we go. That works. This is with all my shitty jokers. Oh, fuck. Well, that was pathetic. Again. How is the donation center in the office going? Jackets, socks, etc. We need more toiletries, like yesterday. Please bring toiletries down to our office at 7016 North Clark Street. Also, if you are signed up to volunteer on our website, you get a newsletter that involves an update of what we need for our mutual aid hub. We really appreciate your help. And you can also ask us in the Discord, and we're always happy to hop on that. Why am I so bad at this now after I bragged? This is so embarrassing. You guys didn't see that. Uh-oh. 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 Okay.
We've almost raised $166,000
Oh.
from streams ever.
Guys, we've raised almost $176,000 from stream. Anyone who's in our Discord, mods in Discord, can y'all ask Francis what we need for the mutual aid hub right now in terms of toiletries? Someone is asking. Thank you. I love you. Guys, I'm glad that we took the holiday break pretty chilly. I'm feeling good, feeling back to myself, all amped up and ready to go. Y'all ready to win this thing? Y'all ready to win this thing? I don't even like Belatra. I'm here to cheer on Miss Abba Ghazali. Can I ask if you have a favorite philosopher? Damn right I do. It's Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Fuck yeah, dude. I still can't believe he's back.
I still can't believe he came on our stream.
Do you think if somebody asked him, like, do you know an Austin, like, does he remember?
100%. I don't think he's ever forgotten a name in his life. For those of us out of state, what's the best way to help replenish the mutual aid hub? Donating, or you can also send us supplies to our office. You have to be same rules as donating, so you got to be an American citizen, and you got to be 18 or older. But you can ship it to us at 7016 North Clark Street. Just please include your name, your email, your address, and your occupation and employer. We need it for our FEC data. Thank you. I had this Joker with the one that's like about the sell value, and it was crazy. It's crazy, guys. Give me a 9. Okay, that's fine. I love when that happens. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. buy war bonds. And by that, I mean donate at capforillinois.com/stream. I play Belatro. Meh, 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 meh. Oh, we need to get Asha her mic so she can be on mic all the time. You guys can hear how mean she is to me.
I've never been mean in my life.
She's never been mean. Did the same thing as last time where I got jokers through this way. Would have had Asha mic a lot sooner if people donated to the campaign. capforillinois.com/stream. I don't like doing this, by the way. I don't like asking. I don't. I was just going to let Arius figure it out. Give me a jack, please. Okay, never mind. Oopsie. Oopsie.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. I love that sound. Thank you, Amy V, for $20. That directly goes into Asha's pocket. She's been...
Imagine. In this year, I have made $175,000.
What's that accent?
I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta do something.
Fair. Oh no. Okay, bye. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do something. I don't like you. But I like you. Just so y'all know, filming ads is exhausting. I know that sounds stupid and like a very privileged thing to say, and it is. But it's very exhausting. I was like, I straight up, and I did this when I started the campaign too, when like everyone I knew was like, this is going to be the most tiring experience of your life. And I was like, okay, but I'm built different. And I'm not. And then the same thing happened with the fucking ad. And they were like, this is going to be so tiring. The human brain was not meant to be perceived this much. And I was like, okay, buddy. All right. Maybe it's a skill issue. It was not a skill issue. Just give me a flash. There we go. Everyone who's ever said they're built different is not. How do you explain the fact that I'm built different then? Makes no sense to me. Whatever. Yay! I've already done these. Not to be a snot about it, but both my parents work/have worked in advertising for multiple decades, and there are so many aspects your ad has that I've been taught to recognize as good advertising. Yay! Thank you so much. That makes me really happy to hear. I'm glad that you feel that way, because I feel that way. I'm really happy with it, and I think it's a good representation of our campaign and what we stand for. What is the process of making an ad? So, I mean, I'm sure everyone's different. Ooh, tempting. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Huh? I guess you just watched? I don't know. Can you text?
I'm texting.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. But the process. So for us, I came to the office and I had a camera in my face immediately, and then answered a bunch of questions on camera about myself and, you know, what I care about, and a bunch of fun stuff like that. And that was for about an hour. And then every time we would stop filming something, we were also taking pictures for other stuff for the campaign. So I was being perceived basically for 8 hours straight. And we went to a bunch of different locations. We had some awesome local businesses like Smack Dab that were that hosted us, and we had so many amazing volunteers. If you were one of these volunteers, say so in the chat that served to help us in the ad, which was really, really lovely. I got to hang out with everyone. Can we get director's commentary or something on it? Let's just watch the fucking ad, guys. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Main menu. BRB. God, that's so funny though.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career politics?
What the heck is going on?
Alrighty. Really great freeze frame on me.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career politicians not understanding the moment we're in? I mean, it's 2026. Why do so many of our elected leaders seem to think it's 2006? We deserve a representative who will put everything on the line to protect us, who will stand up to ICE, who will tell white supremacists to screw off, who will fight for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires. And that's why I'm running for Congress. Because we don't just deserve a fighter, we deserve good things.
So
and
we brought my
don't have
mic
to
into
settle.
the office because we thought it was a little fun Easter egg. And we also had like everything in my closet there. This is at SmackDap. This is a premiere file of one of our videos about unions that we put our ad into. That's around the Morse stop, which is the stop closest by me where I live right now. And that's our office in my face. And then all the lovely people there are volunteers. Yay! Okay, that's enough of that. Boop. I would have guessed it was multiple days because you had to go through at least 3 hairstyles. I plotted to make sure I could do that. It was a lot of work. Oh yeah, we had our pride shirt, pride crosswalk, our campaign pride shirt on. The orange jacket that I'm wearing is actually Mia's mom's, but she gave it to me. And I really like it because I like orange, if y'all didn't know. Ha, Uranus. Got her. I think it's going to be really fun to run in this general if we win, which donate at capforillinois.com/stream to help us do that when we win. Because we're going to be able to run the most in-your-face progressive campaign in the world. Because this is like one of the most progressive districts in the country. And we're going to spend so much time being like, hey, yes, it's actually a winning strategy to care about trans people and immigrants, and fuck you for saying it's not. It's going to be great. And you can help us do that by donating at capforillinois.com/stream or sending that link to your friends and your family and your ex, maybe. What the hell, sure. We only have 2 new donors since the last time we checked, but we still want to shout them out. Amy V and Kevin C. And little look behind the curtain as soon as I can X out of this Belatra run. One sec. Catherine, my wonderful campaign manager, has asked us to make more donation asks. I'm saying that not to scapegoat her, although I love doing that. I am saying that because we are in crunch time and like it's very fun to watch this stuff and be involved in this stuff, but we gotta win. And to do that, you know, I love our regulars here, but we also need to bring in new people. We need to reach as many people as possible. So please, at this moment, send this link to some friends, post it in a Discord, wherever you want, and we're going to watch the ad again, and then you can imagine if this is on TV during the Bears game and how your family would react. How would your family react? Would your family be excited? Would they like the music? Because I changed the music to be more fun.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career politicians not understanding the moment we're in? I mean, it's 2026. Why do so many of our elected leaders seem to think it's 2006? We deserve a representative who will put everything on the line to protect us, who will stand up to ICE, who will tell white supremacists to screw off, who will fight for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires.
And that's why I'm running for Congress. Because we don't just deserve a fighter, we deserve good things, and we don't have to settle. My name's Kat Abagazale, and I approve this message.
Guys, I gotta admit, it is a nightmare to see my face everywhere. But it is really fucking cool to see that we produced this, and it's being able to stand for what we believe. And someone did say the beginning of the music felt like the minecart game in Club Penguin, and that's the highest compliment you could give. But we need to be putting this ad everywhere we can. Our opponent, that is sponsored by APAC, has just gone on TV today, actually, and we need to match them ad for ad, voter contact for voter contact.
Holy
and to
cow.
do that, we need your support, and we need as many people. Christopher V was 69, nice. We need as many people as possible to support us. So once again, here are some definitive ways you can help the campaign. If this is what you want to see in Congress, if you want someone that will tell white supremacists to screw off, not just behind closed doors, but on TV and in Congress, you can donate to the campaign, catforillinois.com/stream if you want a shout out. You can send our website to your friends, to your family, to anyone you know in Illinois. If you live in Illinois, please help us knock doors. And if you don't want to knock doors, you can phone bank. And if you don't want to phone bank, just text 5 of your friends, 5 that live in Uptown, up to Evanston, over to Skokie, all the way to McHenry County. Anyone in the 9th District you know, tell them about us and make sure that they're registered to vote and that they have a plan to vote on election day. And we can help with that. We have people that are willing to drive. We're going to have a big get out the vote plan. So we need your help with that. Other tangible ways you can help: phone banking. Join our Discord at discord.gg/catforillinois. Sorry, I got distracted just by vote for Cat in all caps, which is very nice. And the name of the person is very funny. And then you can also go to events for me if you're local. Absolutely. But unfortunately, right now, with how our entire political system is structured, we do need money. But we don't need you to donate like $50,000. And if it would negatively affect your financial situation, if you are not in a position to donate, don't. Please take care of yourself first. We say that every time, but don't. But if you can spare a few bucks, the price of a coffee, we love our small dollar donors. Chip in at catforillinois.com/stream. I know this is just our second stream back from the break, and raising $3,100 is amazing, but we would love to do Asha Gordlit's stream. Yay! I want to hit the heater meter. Please. Please. We have 30 minutes, please. Can we do it? You know, a rich person? Guilt them. Guilt them. Tell them, look, you're rich. You should donate $1,000 to catforillinois.com/stream. Do you know 2 rich people? You could do that twice. Do you know a bunch of people that aren't rich but want to chip in the price of a coffee to help a grassroots campaign? You can also do that. Do you know people that live around here? You can also call them. You don't even have to guilt them to vote. Just tell them what we're about. When people learn about us, they want to be involved. So your rich friend should donate $3,500, actually. Really, if they want to, they can donate $7,000 because you donate $3,500 for the primary, $3,500 for the general. So, got a rich friend? Tell them to pull up. Our policies might not be helpful to them, but maybe they feel guilty. Maybe. Maybe not, but maybe.
And also, even if you're rich, you're not a billionaire. You're not.
Yeah, even if you're rich, you're not a billionaire. And I'm sorry, you're never going to be a billionaire.
You are always closer to your working class, like, brothers and sisters than you are to the billionaires.
You will always be closer, as Asha said, to your working class brothers and sisters than you are to billionaires. Like, rich is very subjective, and the vast majority of us are in the 99%. Someone said, what are the polls saying? We are tied for first. The first and only independent poll of this race so far shows me tied for first place. And that was when I have started with being considered a long shot candidate right from the start. This is a field of 17 candidates. We have done this entire race with grassroots donations. I am the only candidate in my race to get the vast majority of my money, not 51%, but like 75% of our money from donations under $200. Most of my opponents, you can look at all of our FEC reports. Their donations are $1,000, $2,000, $3,500, $7,000. That's not us. We love our $1 here, $3 there, $50 there, 69. We definitely have the most $69 donations of any campaign in history, and that makes me really happy. But this is, but we have a shot to win this. Make our average donation 69. Asha, you're insane. But I feel like a lot of times with progressive movements, it feels nerve-wracking, like you want to support this, but is it going to happen? We actually have a shot here. We don't just have a shot, we're going to win, but we need your help to do that. So catforillinois.com/stream. Catherine, if you're watching this, I'll watch the ad one more time, and y'all can decide if you want that on TV. And then I'm going to play Balatro. I'm doing my job.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career politicians not understanding the moment we're
Sorry,
in?
we're watching this for the third time.
I mean, it's 2026. Why do so many of our elected leaders seem to think it's 2006? We deserve a representative who will put everything on the line to protect us, who will stand up to ICE, who will tell white supremacists to screw off, who will fight for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires.
And that's why I'm running for Congress. Because we don't just deserve a fighter, we deserve good things, and we don't have to settle. My name's Kat Abou-Ghazaleh, and I approve this message.
That's the ad. If you want to see that during the Bears game, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. If your dad wants to see that during the Bears game, tell him to donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Two holy cows, we love to hear it. If your uncle or your mom or your sibling wants to see that during the Bears game, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. What other ties can we do here? If your former teacher wants to see that during the Bears game, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. If your hinge dates or your former hinge dates want to, sorry, someone asked a really good question. I'm going to get that in a sec. I just need to say, if your hinge dates want to see that during the Bears game, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I can't believe this is working. I'm hearing holy cow, Charles B. That fucking worked. Thanks, Charles. Call your hinge date, man. Tell them what they think. Tell me what they think. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Someone asked, Kat, how are you so confident that you're going to win? I mean, I don't mean to stoke a sense of hopelessness or anything. I'm just curious how you managed to remain so optimistic. I mean, I think that there is a temptation to like feel that way because of delusion, but in our case, it's not delusional. Like, we have the most volunteers of this race. We have outraised everyone except now, because AIPAC has come in to support a candidate and has pretty much single-handedly raised $1.5 million. But we have been doing this with grassroots energy, and we have the most in-district donors of this race, individual people. And sure, it's not the most money, but $5 is still one vote, just like $2,000 is. We have been polling in the first independent poll of this race. We're tied for first. So I'm optimistic because I know that this is not just a possibility. This is something that we're going to do. And Asha said if we raise 5K before 9:30, I'll call my ex live on stream to show him the ad. Be the change. Is it fucking?
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
no.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny.
No, I don't want to talk
Wait,
to him.
You don't have to. Wait, he loves the campaign.
Okay.
He's a card-carrying member of DSA.
Okay.
I thought we're talking about calling our exes, calling our old hinge dates.
Yeah, call a different one. Call a different one.
I only have one.
Okay, that's not true.
That's not true.
Holy cow.
The guy who left me in the cold?
Yeah. Can you ask Catherine something real quick?
Yes. Do you want to...
Hold on, yeah. It's just so refreshing to see someone feeling with such a hopeful attitude. my mom, for example, has a very defeatist attitude of the U.S. is a superpower. There's nothing that can be done. I mean, if you feel that way, then you can't be mad, because if you feel hopeless, then you don't think that there's any way to change. And I've been talking about impeachment a lot, and then some folks say, well, we don't have the Senate. And I'm thinking, why are we acting like this is all normal? As I said in a video this week, lying about a blowjob was considered an impeachable and convictable offense just like 2.5 decades ago. So what if we raised the bar and actually did the things that we think would make a better future and held people accountable? That's my idea, but I think what?
Ignore the donors.
I just want.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some donors to shout out. Chris L, Antonio F, Charles B with $150. Again, W Charles in the chat. Peter G, NDT, Kevin C, and Jason P. Thank you so much. All right, someone said they miss Hades 2. Can we do a poll in the chat, Balatro versus Hades 2? Yes. We're going to do a poll, and I'm going to step away real quick and grab something. And y'all are just going to look at it empty. Empty. I'll be back in like literally 15 seconds.
What play?
Hades 2 or Balatro. Stop putting it in the comments. We're gonna do a poll. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just everyone chill out. Everyone chill out. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Wait, actually, YouTube doesn't have a voice yet. Hold on, I'm sorry. Tell them I'm being good and promoting democracy.
Asha's making sure she's promoting democracy so YouTube can vote too. Hey, Kat, can I get a shout out to my kiddo, Win, who thought I was yelling nonsense words? Your name, you're amazing. I wish I could vote for you. Hi, Win. It is nonsense words. I have a really long last name.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Timer
starts now.
What play? Make sure to put the hashtag in. In the meantime, I want to tell y'all how Heater's giving me a heart attack because she does this thing called hallway time where she gets to scratch on the carpeted hallway. It's really cute. She supervised the entire time. And then one time I was coming in and I had a bunch of groceries and she escaped, and I didn't realize till Ben came home like 10 minutes later because she has so many hidey holes. And he was like, Heater's in the hallway. And I felt so bad. She was so scared. She had these giant eyes. And then my neighbor across the hall was like, I hadn't met him before. He was like, yeah, I met her. And I saw her and she's sitting outside our door. And he was like, and I was going to bring her to like a shelter. Guys, chat, it takes 3 doors to get into my building?
Yeah, at least.
At least. There is no stray that is just walking amongst our hallway when it takes so many doors to get through. Just knock on the door she's sitting in front of, is my perspective. Anyways, that happened once, and now I'm terrified every time I open my door that she's going to secretly go out. And today she somehow managed to get into the drawers under my bed despite them all being closed. And so, yeah, I finally found her, but not before I walked through my entire building shaking a bag of treats and playing birds on my phone. Someone said they voted twice. This is voter fraud.
It only counts it once, actually.
It only counts it once, so this is why we have election safeguards.
Voter fraud. Take that.
And on January 6th, no less. All right, Hades too.
We do not commit voter fraud.
Cloud save. All right, y'all, the people want to watch Hades too, which honestly, I get in terms of like what you could be watching.
That one.
This one.
Got it?
J. The people really don't want to watch Balatro. Once again, I get it.
You had some people.
Yeah, it's fine.
Guess how many people voted for Balatro?
If your name is nonsense, my name is not nonsense. It means father of a gazelle. And that wasn't to guilt trip you. I'm just saying that it has a meaning. And I'm playing on PC because I have to stream through PC, but I usually play on a Steam Deck. I haven't heard a holy cow in a sec. What's up with that? Just double checking it works. Okay. And we back. What is Hades 2? It's a really fun game. Don't look at my nights. Don't look at how many times I've played. My 4-year-old just yelled, "Holy cow!" All right, what do we want to do? I'm like almost at end game here, which is great. Do we want to kill Typhon or Hades? Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Whoever comments first, Typhon or Kronos. I don't know why I said kill Hades. Typhon or Kronos. Typhon or Kronos. Whoever comments first, I'll do it. Look at my little friends and all of their fun little colors. Upstairs. All right, let's go. Let's fucking go. My favorite hex. Drop your questions in the chat. Let us know what you want to know. Drop your questions in the chat. Drop your questions in the chat. What is your fave god to build around? It really just depends on my mood. I think my least favorite is Zeus. I think it's OP. But everyone has their own benefit. You ask like my favorite god for each of like the boons. Like my favorite for like magic restoration is definitely Aphrodite, because then you just immediately get a status curse. Do you want a real gamer in Congress? Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I'm just doing my job, guys. I know this is really annoying, but you gotta... I promise, if we win this primary, I'm going to do a whole stream without asking for donations once. We're just going to have heater meter going the whole time. That's a fucking promise. Day after the, or like maybe like a few days after, depending on our schedule. Holy cow. Thanks, Caleb J, for the $32 donation, our average donation, because even with over 50,000 donors, our average donation is still 32. It's actually 30, thanks to y'all. Holy cow. Holy cow, Maurice. Thank you for 6-7. And Israel M, thank you so much. What new games are you looking forward to this year? I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of games that are coming out. Also, someone asked about my favorite musical. That's a good question. I have to think about that. I actually think I want to undo this night. I think I want to kill Kronos. One day you'll be president streaming Hades 4. I would rather watch Ben Shapiro for my whole life than be president. Wait, no, do I want to kill Typhon? It's more fun. Are you excited about the Animal Crossing 3.0 release? I am. I wish that they had done this, done it sooner. I mean, like, it just seemed like a no-brainer to keep it updated, and then they didn't. And then they were like, wait. Any upcoming cat cable news / podcast appearances? Like, not gonna lie, a big part of the last couple months is like navigating media while under indictment. But I feel like we've got our groove. We know how to do things and such. Have you been reaching out to people on stream? Yeah, we reach out to people all the time, but if you have any suggestions for guests, or if you have anyone that you know that would like to be a guest that you think would be a good match, let us know. Someone said Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of their favorite movies. It is also one of my favorite movies. I've seen it probably 30 times. We actually have a painting painted by Steve Tapas, our buddy Steve, in the office of Heater's Day Off, and it's Heater in the convertible, and it's very cute. Does the game have no audio? No, I've just turned it down. Let me change that. One sec.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Can y'all hear that? How's that? Oh, who contacted you about the letter condemning APAC, pressuring one of the candidates in my race to drop out? I assume that's what the letter is about. Multiple people contacted me, and I don't think it's good to have giant PACs in DC pressuring people to drop out, simply because they want to keep supporting a genocide. So I signed on. Also, someone asked earlier, and I forgot to answer, what music I've been listening to a lot. So I've liked Halsey since she was on SoundCloud, and her last album, The Great Impersonator, I hadn't really had a chance to like fully dive in, and I've been listening to it a lot lately. And especially if you have any sort of disability, it's a really incredible album, and I think it's her most vulnerable. So you should go listen to it.
Holy cow.
If anyone knows Halsey, tell her I want her on the stream.
Anybody got personal connections to Halsey?
If you got a personal connection to Halsey, tell her to pull the fuck up. I've been a fan of her since I was literally 13. Last 10 minutes. What was my first job? I did a job like helping with legal work when like a law firm by my high school when I was in high school. Someone asked Halsey's disabled. Yeah, she has like a bunch of really horrible chronic illnesses and almost died over the past few years, and her album goes into a lot of that. And then I did a bunch of like gig work in college, and then I was a bartender. So I think being a bartender was like my first real job. It's still given me more practical experience than any job I've ever had. Someone said they've only listened to the Halsey album twice because they cry every time they listen to it, and that's so real. I do have to say, I Believe in Magic is one of the most beautiful songs, just emotionally. I bet you're a great bartender. Thank you. I think so too. I worked at like a small locally owned bar that was more chaotic than anything. But I really loved like all the relationships I had with my regulars, and I'm still friends with a lot of them to this day. I think that everyone should be forced to work in the service industry for a couple months. I think it makes you a better person. Can we get a holy cow? Can we get a holy cow, y'all? Can we get a holy cow? Guys, look how fast my attack is. Sorry, look at the Twitch chat real quick. I do love when people complain about me being a bartender. And they're like, not another bartender. Like, you're literally complaining about the most working class job. Because you don't care about the working class and you're an asshole. Guys, I'd be so happy if we could hit 4K. That'd make me and Asha so happy. So happy. Raid incoming? From whom? From where? Ah, thank you. Hi, thank you for the raid. Asha, I can take care of closing up if you want to leave. I might do this whole run because we got a raid. We have 10 minutes. I can handle this. Yeah. I'll figure out something with the donors.
You can also, I mean, it'll keep going. If you just want to read off the ones I have, and then as they pop up, just read them out. I think that's probably the easiest way.
No, but I mean after you leave.
Yeah, as they pop up. Because it'll keep going.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just do that from Act Blue. Actually, I think I'm tired. I might end at 9:30.
Okay.
Yeah. I really appreciate the raid, though. CafeIllinois.com/stream. Donate CafeIllinois.com/stream. For those of you who are new here, we showed our ad, which is really exciting. And you can watch that on the stream, or you can also donate CafeIllinois.com/stream so we can make sure that every single person can see it in this district. So that way your dad can see it during the Bears game, which got someone to donate $150 as far as I can tell. Holy cow, I love to hear that sound. Ah, Matt J was 69. Nice.
Do we want to show the ad one more time for the Raiders?
Yeah, let's show the ad one more time for the Raiders. One sec, guys. That's how we'll end this off. Let's look at the ad.
Aren't you sick of out-of-touch career?
Hush, child.
Holy cow.
Sick of out-of-touch career politicians not understanding the moment we're in? I mean, it's 2026. Why do so many of our elected leaders seem to think it's 2006? We deserve a representative who will put everything on the line to protect us, who will stand up to ICE, who will tell white supremacists to screw off, who will fight for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires.
And that's why I'm running for Congress. Because we don't just deserve a fighter, we deserve good things, and we don't have to settle. My name's Kat Abagazale, and I approve this message.
That's our ad. Don't you want to see that during the Bears game? Don't you want every one of your family members to see that during the Bears game? Don't you want to see that? If you do, donate at CafeIllinois.com/stream. 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 How sick is the ad? It's so sick, guys, right?
It's so fun. Shout out your donors.
Oh, and we have donors to shout out. Caleb J, Maurice G with 67, Israel M, Nolan F, Chat F with 69, nice. Matt J with 69, nice. Eric E and Renee R, thank you so much.
Holy cow.
You look so cold on that street in the ad. Hold on. Straight up, I had before the ad, like, so they were going, if you're looking at it from here. So like I'm standing right off to the side and then like walking up.
We deserve a representative who.
And right before they started rolling, I was literally just standing there like this, trying to keep my lips
Holy
warm enough so
cow.
I could say words. It was so fucking cold. Oh, what a good freeze frame, Asha. Awesome. So hot. Kat, aren't you going to put any of your
Holy
policies in the ad?
cow.
Affordability, healthcare. We have that in a lot of our ads. We also have our website where you can see our stuff, catforillinois.com/issues. But telling white supremacists to screw off, fighting for an economy that works for the people and not billionaires, and standing up to ICE, those are 3 very important policies for us. Unfortunately, I can't go into all the policy wonk shit in a 30-second ad, but we do have the most comprehensive platform of any of the candidates in our race. And you can find that at catforillinois.com/issues. Was that real wind? Your hair is live on that street. It was so windy. It was so windy. It was so windy. I was so cold. I was brave. Thank you. It'd be the Windy City freeze. I hate when people are like, it's the Windy City because journalists were talking to each other or whatever. No, it's the Windy City because it's really fucking windy. And that's okay. We can just admit that. It's fine. It can just be the Windy City because it's windy. Might donate again if you finish Kronos. Well, I was going to kill Typhon, so I guess we're at an impasse here. And we have 2 more minutes. Can we raise $126? Thank you. I'm pretty good at arithmetic. Arithmetic. It's a fun word. Pay her. Exactly.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. We love a holy cow here. Who was on the team that made the ad? Our wonderful friends at the Win Company, Rania and Bill, who helped me start the campaign, as well as production company that they worked with, our mail guy, Dan. Oh my God, guys, the comic is looking so good for our mail. It's looking so good. I can't wait to show y'all. Oh, Mark thought it was the windy city, like streets were windy. That's very cute. I'm looking at chat. Going between them. It's a lot of Asha. Okay, sorry. No, it's cute. We have 1 more minute, guys, so let me shout out any donors we have left. Let me know, Asha. And I thank you for being on stream today, guys. We got some fun guests that are coming up that we're really excited about. And thank you, Colin W., for your donation. We hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me and Ruwa. And